police out here on the job. Surveying the area, making sure there's no drowning going on. I don't see any now. Not at all. But, you know, I do want to take a look because, I don't know, there might be some untoward kite surfing going on. Glad you have your helmets on. All right, just check it. Just check it. Hey, yeah. All right, cool. False alarm. Just a buoy. I don't do this because for the money or anything. I really just do it because I love it. Also, there is no money involved. I'm a volunteer bus girl lifeguard here in the Cabaret in the Republic. Yeah. How you doing? Thank you. Yeah, I know.
Help! Help! Help me!
Days like this. Hey, those are my friends. They do that all the time. They were just joshing me. They ignore me because they knew I was taking a video. Anyway.
Forget the nails. Just go. That one's toward of me.
You might see my tits, but there's nothing there anyway. Like, if
what
you
was,
like the
what
chick
was the
on
point
the pod,
of starting it? Yeah.
I don't know. If you like the chick, it's like free money. First of all, people just give you money to like go to Target. I don't know. Where are people getting all of these things? But when stand up was over for a little while, I was like, what the fuck else am I doing? Yeah.
Yes, you're spreading your ass line for $1,000.
Yeah. Well, one time, one person, $1,000.
Right.
First,
did you have to make him sign a waiver like he wouldn't put it on Instagram or anything?
Yeah, you wouldn't release your ass to the world.
No, he seemed like a real straight shooter. It's all right. We all make mistakes, Jimmy.
And I will not bring up all the comments about the cold AC and Keanu.
I know Keanu's names are out! I've been looking at him all show! Keanu, I haven't been able to do this show!
God forbid we see nipples.
I know, but I haven't been able to do this show!
And you keep it so goddamn cold in here.
You know what, Alex, we had the AC up and Alex said, no, we need it cold.
We need it
here.
cold, dog.
I think Keanu might be.
Zoom in, look at those! Look at those! I think you're distracting me this whole time. You got the nipples in my face.
I'm sorry, I apologize. That one's toward of me.
Hello, everyone. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you feel me? Tell me now. Or I'll start. Okay. I would have started screaming, but Robert said, good. No. Yay. Welcome to Keanu Cast, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a very fun night. We're very excited. I'm sorry I'm late. But if you know me, you know I'm going to be late. But I was preparing for the show. We have a very exciting guest. She'll be here in just a little bit. Joslynjane, you know her from In Hot Water and many spicy videos. And, just being a pillar of the community. We can't wait. We can't wait for that. Michaeline will be here in just 1 second. We had a lovely untoward Tuesday last night. Didn't we? It drug on, but it felt like just a blip of time. Yes, we had such a good time. Such a good time. Let's see who's here. Sorry I didn't call you, Angita. We will talk tomorrow. No problem, Steel Toe. Yes, speaking of Steel Toe Morning Show, he's in the chat. Or the good old Aaron Imholt. I'll be on his lovely program. I co-host it with him on his lovely show. Steel Toe Morning Show on Thursdays, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you have that to look forward to, too. Oh, we can't get enough of Kiki. We can't. I put 2 things on the list tonight since we covered so much last night of nonsense. we have our guest. We're going to talk to her for a little bit. We're going to get to know her a little bit, Joslyn Jane. We're very excited. She's never been on my program, but she's definitely been on In Hot Water. And then we're going to talk about my disco ball wedding that was ruined by the one and only Aaron Imholt in a way that you wouldn't expect. Where's Mickey? I know. Mickey is, she's you have to coax her out of her what shall we call it? Her I don't know the word to say. Cave. Cave. You have to there's like a chant you have to do, and it goes like this. Let's all try it together. Oh, I see her in the background lurking. Ready? Oh no. Michaeline. Michaeline. Could you come here, please? Whee!
Anything for you, Keanu.
Hello. How are we
Hello.
are always in the same color? Hi,
I don't know.
Mommy.
Well, yours is lighter pink.
But
Mine's
pink nonetheless.
pink nonetheless. Yes. How are you?
I am well, Michaeline. Ladies and
Good.
gentlemen, this is my co-host here, Michaeline Cardilano Thompson. I don't think you guys know this, but she was recently featured in the most famous. They're saying it's going to be the new Mona Lisa. They just unveiled a portrait of her at the Met. Isn't it breathtaking?
Yes, it takes my breath away.
You don't sound too happy. How you doing, Michaeline?
I'm fine. Everything's good.
I have a surprise for you, Michaeline.
Yay! I love surprises.
Our guest will be here in just a little while.
Okay. Is it in a box?
It was when it was shipped to my house today, but I was
Oh.
too excited. I had to unbox it by myself.
Oh, what
You guys
is
know
it?
you guys know our fair sponsors. You know them, you love them. Promo code KikiBucks for 15% off. They are
I'm
Reed
excited.
Street Soap Company, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you can get with promo code KikiBucks for 15% off. You can get a Keanu cast candle, right? Ooh, But I have to unveil to you the newest candle inspired by Michaeline by Reed Street Soap Company, and that is Michaeline's Caribbean Escape.
I love it. I love how it looks too. Turn it to the side so I can see the. Oh my God, that's so pretty. Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Again, guys, that's Reed Street Soap Company. I'll let it. Oh God, you have no idea how that smells. It smells.
I can't wait to see it.
It smells like our week in the Dominican Republic coming up. It smells just like this.
Smells just like Kiki Sand and Surf.
Exactly. We're lighting it up. Our fair guest is here.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk to her. We're going to get to know her. I have had the pleasure of watching her on In Hot Water. And she's a returning guest. You've watched her as well.
I watched her today, actually. I went back in the archives. It was August 8th.
Michaeline, you did show prep?
I did.
I love that about you.
Yeah, of course.
Aww. You actually know her from the very famous episode where Bisconti in a moment of solidarity put a dildo inserted into his mouth, and I believe Jim Stansel did as well.
I didn't see that part.
Oh, you saw it when it happened in a good way.
Well, I didn't go through the beginning. I just wanted to see when Joslyn was on.
Visconti, I'm not wrong there, right?
What?
That was the dildo episode for solidarity, wasn't it? Yeah, it was.
I did see that. I did see the beginning of that episode when it was happening.
Well, that was her. It's very exciting. I should have been his Stancil stopping by. I should have invited him. He's shy. Hello, everyone. I forgot to give you all Kiki Bucks. So before I introduce our lovely guest, if you haven't seen her on In Hot Water, you've seen her. I'm sure you're all big fans of her and her work. Before I do that, here's 100 Joslyn, JOSLYNJANE. That's actually 10 letters. 112 Kiki Bucks for everyone. There you are. Thank you for tuning in. So don't spend them all in one place. Now, without further ado, you know her. If you don't, you will know her and you will love her. She's an adult film star. She's been on many podcasts, including the world famous In Hot Water. I present to you Joslyn Jane, everyone. Hello, darling.
Hello. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good.
I know we haven't formally met, but you remember that lunatic that you did a show with called In Hot Water?
I was going to say, which one?
Yeah, so what's the one that's like yay high?
There's so many crazy people.
The lunatic with the blazer and the glasses that won't stop talking about COVID.
Yeah, Gino.
That's my fiance. Yes.
I've heard a lot about you.
Okay, and then the other lunatic is our dear friend Jim Stancil.
Yeah, where is Stancil at? Is he over at Duke somewhere starting problems?
You know what? You never know with him. He's like, I like to go outside and live life. So there's no telling where he could be. No telling at all.
That's the most autistic thing I've heard him say. That's
he's so strange.
I like to be outside and be human.
He is a charmer, though. He is a charmer. My mom thinks he's the most adorable thing ever, too.
Up close, he is adorable. Really.
This is my mom, by the way. Yes.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, so I'm trying to remember. So when we did that show, it was remote. So I was in Puerto Rico. And I think I just shoved the whole thing down my throat. And then the two of them, and then I think I went back in studio and I did it with them in real life. And
it was you know what? It was very brave of you to do that in that filthy man-run studio. They never have a maid in there. And
trust me, I got all my shots after that.
And by the way, it was impressive. I mean, you can really take a D. I guess that's part of the job description. But then the boys.
Some of us are better at it than others.
Funny.
You know what? Well, speaking of things that good at. So going back to the beginning of I wanted to know because Gino and Stancil will always fail to ask you anything about your life or your start in life or where you got how you got to where you are.
Yeah.
But
Stancil just kept asking me out on a date.
And he pushed his stool all the way up so he could be taller than you.
Yeah, like I think he asked me out on a date and I said, "How tall are you?" And he said,
and then he stood up
and I said, "I don't care."
He says he's like wide but
he's
little,
like, "I'm 5'10", I swear." I'm like, "Really?" Because I'm 5'9" and I'm looking down at you. So no.
How tall are you, Joslyn?
I'm 5'9".
5'9". Yeah, no, he's not 5'10". Please. He's I'm 5'6".
He's probably 5'4".
And he's shorter than you?
Yeah. Right.
He's about 1 inch taller than me.
Yeah, that's why, like on Hinge profiles, like when they're 5'9", but they round up to 6 feet. Like, whatever.
Yeah, right.
Boy math.
Boy math, exactly. Would you consider dating or do you do with a short king or you?
So I grew up in Miami. So most of my boyfriends up until I went to college were shorter than me. because
I thought you were gonna say they were like all basketball players, like
the Dolphins are a football team. Basketball is the Heat, but
and I'm an
almost,
idiot. Yes, the Heat. Yes.
no, I'll teach you about sports. Don't worry,
Yes,
I'm good with
I know
balls.
yours. See, I was trying to relate to you because I know nothing about sport. I'm like, I thought you were going to say the Dolphins, the basketball team. Stupid. No, but you. So
My brother was on the football team, so I avoided that area like the plague.
I get you. So yeah, so you
good
would
on
date
that.
a short king, and you grew up in Miami. So yeah, all the men were shorter.
Yeah, like I don't have a problem with short men, but some men have a problem with me being tall, and I'm like,
Uh,
two things you can't help in life, right? Your
Right.
voice and your height and
It's
your foot
true.
size. I mean, unless but there's
Yeah.
like a couple things you can't help in life. I'm not going to hold it against somebody that they were born short. If I'm attracted to them, I'll date them regardless.
It's fine. Yeah, you're born short, but you can dance and you smell good. It's fine. Okay?
Exactly. And you put creams on and you take care of yourself and you smell good. Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
nobody wants that tall, smelly guy. Exactly.
No.
Mickey
But-
is she likes a, what do you always say, Michaeline? You like a
I like
compact man.
compact. I do.
How
But
tall are
you're-
you?
Yeah.
I'm 5'3".
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I like a compact man.
I wonder how that works. Like when I look at NBA players with their wives and they're like 7 feet tall and their wives are like 5'6", and I'm like, how does that work like sexually in the bedroom? Like, how do
I
you?
almost get creeped out if they're 7 feet tall and but not even 5'6", like 5'3".
Like
I'm
teeny
"What?"
tiny, like teeny tiny. And my whole thing is, listen, here's my whole thing about that is if you want a D1 baby, don't marry a woman that's 5'3". You got to marry someone who's like 5'7", 5'8", 5'9",
It's true.
who's an athlete. Yeah, you're not going to get a D1 baby that way. I mean,
What's D1?
look at
Is I
D1, like Division I athlete.
Okay,
Oh,
see,
oh.
me and Mickey are laymen, right? We're like,
Sorry.
yeah, D1.
No, that's okay.
That's cool.
But that's
Like-
a good rule of thumb. I
It
guess.
is
Yeah.
a good rule of thumb. That's so true.
Yeah.
So you grew up in Miami, which is where
I
you met all the
did.
short kings, and you went to Washington. You went to George
I
Washington
went to-
University, right?
I went to GW. Yeah.
And psychology was your major.
Yes.
In your line of work, I wanted to ask, does that help you or hinder you? If you know what's in everyone's minds all the time, is that a good thing or is it a bad thing? Yeah.
I guess it helps because I don't really judge anyone. Because when I came back after I graduated, I interviewed schizophrenic patients at UM.
Mm-hmm.
And like I've had people say to me like, oh, like if you're gonna meet my dad, like he's kind of weird. I'm like, you don't understand like the people that I've met. Like I've met someone who literally said to me one time before I interviewed him, "You had sex yesterday." I was like, what?
How
How'd
did you
know
know?
that?
Oh, did he know?
No, he knew. He was right. He was schizophrenic.
Why?
So
I
like
can
mental
smell it.
illness. I'm like mental illness. It's a spectrum. Whatever. We're all a little
So
bit.
you intern with schizophrenic patients. So you're like, I've seen it all. Like
I've heard it all. I've seen it all.
Wow.
Yeah.
But did you always think like that's not? I don't think I really want to work with schizophrenic patients. I don't really want to be in psychology. I guess were you always attracted to like the adult life? No, you just kind of stumbled into that
Definitely.
field,
Well, I mean, I've looked like this since I was 12. So like,
right.
yeah. So I've always
I wrote down
sort
your
of
boss
had-
and
Been
I swear
sexy.
to God, I did.
You've always been sexy, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it just sort of was like a natural progression for me, and I was an extra in a couple of films, and then I got asked to do an audition for Bang Bros. So I went on Friday. They took pictures of me, and they took me into the producer's office, and the producer said, "Pull your hair back." So I pulled my hair back, and he said, "You're our new cop." I said, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "You're gonna find out." And then we shot like 3 or 4 scenes. And then I
Did
was
you say
before I knew
nude
it.
cop? Nude cop?
Yeah, like a cop in a porno. Yeah,
Officer Jane. Is what you're
Officer
saying.
Jane. Yeah, Officer
Very
Jane,
popular. Okay. Okay, this is okay. You're telling us from the start. I love this. Okay.
Yeah.
So he said
and
you're
then
going to be a nude cop
You're gonna be your new cop, our new cop.
Nude,
And then,
not nude.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And so, because the other girl had bowed out, she was gonna go in the army or something. So I was Officer Jane. So it's been, I thought I would do 3 or 4 scenes and be out already. And it's been a crazy ride. Like, I've met a lot of fun people, and I really enjoy doing it. I like talk shows where people ask me about myself. Because it is a crazy journey. Like, it was crazy. Trust me. Like, I was in. Now let me set the stage for you. A little bit of imagery. So It's Miami in September.
Mm-hmm.
In long socks that go up to your knees. In combat boots. They dress us as actual cops, not like sexy cops, like actual cops.
Okay.
And we're in these big ass combat boots, these like these like long ass stockings that we couldn't take off. Then we're shooting in places that haven't had running AC for like years. So it's like, you're like dying, sweating. I was like, listen, I said to my friend, I said, I think I'm fired from porn. He goes, why do you say that? I go, because I've never felt so unsexy in my whole life. And then
you're like, I don't like this outfit. I'm sweating.
I'm sweating. Like, I'm gross. Can I take a shower? Like, can I do like the pretty girls that all the other girls do? Like, why do I have to be the cop?
Why do I have to be a cop?
A gross, sweaty cop. Turns out people like sweatiness, so it worked for me.
Boys have fucking really weird kinks. I know women do as well, but like they're like, no, wait.
What's your weird kink?
Oh,
do you have any?
What's my favorite kind of porn?
Me?
No.
She likes.
Do you guys watch porn together?
No.
I'm kidding.
It's hilarious because she knows this. What is it, Mickey?
She likes gangbang porn.
Love gangbang porn. I watch.
Would you ever get gangbanged?
That's the thing. I don't necessarily want it to happen to me, but I like when a bunch of dudes just put a bag over her head and just fuck her. I don't know why I wouldn't want that to happen to me. I don't know what that says about me. Otherwise, I'm pretty vanilla in bed. A kink. I don't know. I'd have to think. Michaeline.
Gino doesn't make you do any weird foot shit. Come on, Gino. Gino, I know you're back there.
He is constantly erect, and my feet are constantly in his mouth, and I'm so ticklish. I want to kill him. I know it's torture because I don't want to rip his teeth. I want to kick him in the face.
No, because my feet are ticklish, and so I had a guy. So this happened to me one time. I had a guy put like my whole foot in his mouth, but I'm a size 10. Like, I have big feet.
Hey, Gino puts his foot in his mouth all the time.
Yeah, that cheers to that. No, so he put his foot in my foot in his mouth, and he had like, his mouth was small, so like all I got was teeth, and I was like, fuck, this actually hurts. Like, I don't like this at all.
It's like,
and then but then I had a guy who had a really big mouth who put his whole foot in my mouth, and I was like, oh, this is nice.
Oh,
just as long as the mouth is
your mouth, or your foot in
my foot in their mouth. I wouldn't put a dude's foot. I wouldn't put a dude's foot in my mouth.
No way.
So. I might have done it once in my wilder days, but
yeah,
it worked quickly.
But like right after his pedicure, after his paraffin bath.
Also, every morning before he leaves the house, he gives me a kiss. I'm normally still in bed, and it's probably one.
Where does he go? Does he just go to the studio?
He has to go to the studio. He gives me a kiss, and then I go, "Don't do it," and he puts my foot in his mouth. He's like, and I am so fucking ticklish. I hate it.
Me too.
I want to kick him. I want to scream and kick, but I can't. He's had his jaw broken before. I'm like, I don't want to rip out your teeth, but I want to scream. It's like torture. I'm so ticklish.
I'll just pull my foot out. I won't get violent. I'll just pull it out.
I always get nervous. I'll rip out some teeth, and I don't want to take the joy away from him. But
yeah,
I do things that annoy him as well. But he loves.
But does he like? Is he like putting your foot like, okay, I hate to get graphic, but you know, it's
Please
kind
be
of my
graphic.
thing.
My team doesn't
So like,
mind.
is he like jerking it as he's putting your foot in his mouth, or it's
No,
like
not.
It's just a quick.
is he
little
like
love
fully
thing.
torqued? Oh, okay.
No, he's
Little
not. He
love thing
may be
before you
erect,
leave.
but he has his pants on at that point. No, he just like
Oh,
loves,
okay.
yeah.
So he just flips his dick up in his belt.
Probably. I don't know. Are you disgusted? Or are you okay? He's like, no, he's fine. He has his headphones in. It's good. You're fine. I didn't say anything out of school.
He's like,
did I?
nothing that Jocelyn's saying is out of pocket. So I'm not
He was like,
saying
no, I
it.
didn't even. He was like, yeah, that's exactly right. No.
So-
no, it's a flip thing.
So were you self-confident right away to get into porn?
It took me a lot. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of stomach aches on Fridays, like 2 or 3 times before I tried to go. I was like, it took me a lot to muster the courage to go because it's like, this is real.
I mean, it's something that's something to be self-confident with that. I mean,
Yeah.
you're lovely, and I just wonder how that works. Are you self-confident right away? 'Cause you seem
Oh,
like a good-
absolutely
a
not.
really-
Let me tell
a
you.
really
Let me tell you.
confident person. I mean, you're very confident and lovely.
Thank you. I try. It's been a journey, but when I first started, let me tell you the story. So my first scene ever. This was back when Bang Bros had their studio. So they had a whole cam section on the second floor. And so people would come in and out of the cam studio and get picked up. So the first day, September 3rd of 2016, which is the day I started
She
porn.
remembers the date. Yeah.
No, I have it in my calendar, like porn shoot. Like
Memorable.
yeah. September 3rd, my friends always buy me a cake, and it's always like in the shape of a vagina or something. It's funny,
Yeah,
but like
it's like the day of your first kiss.
it's like the day that Joslyn Jane was born. So no, so we're sitting there and I'm like not doing well. Like these are hard shoots. And like porn is just different. Like the sex is like in order like for it to look good visually, like it's a lot of work. And so we're out in the hot ass sun. We're inside the Bang Bros property, but an Uber driver drives in, and I'm sitting on this dude's face, hanging onto the cop car, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" And my director goes, "Yeah," and I said, "Guess I'm a porn star now."
Yeah, like
this dude just
more funny.
yeah. You had that moment. You went, okay.
I went, "Oh shit! No, this is it. You're done. This is
Man,
it.
this is
who
real
you
work."
are."
This
I
is
think
my job.
you went. It's like a sitcom. I think I may be a porn star now.
Yeah, and
Yeah, like,
exactly. It's like something at a curb. It's like dun, 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 dun,
well, yeah, I love that. You I heard about you. I was researching you a bit.
Oh, you
Somebody
did
said-
research me.
Somebody said when you were first getting into it too, maybe it wasn't because you started sort of as a promotional model, and then you were sort of working as a non-sex person with Brazzers, I guess.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
on one of their like thumbnails. Like a friend of mine sent it to me, and he was like, "Is this you?" And I was like, "Yeah, idiot, I was there." Thank you.
Oh yeah, thanks. Right. And then but somebody said, okay, well, send me your pictures or send me some nudes and we'll have you or you'll
Yeah,
we'll see if
so
we can
I
get you
had
some
a
work. Yeah. And he
Yeah,
said something
so-
so offensive to you and you were like,
yeah.
"Fuck
So I
off."
had yeah. So I had he's more of a gay agent. He's an agent for the gay guys, and I had a friend of a friend who knew him. And so he said, "Hey, we're looking for extras, it's cash, whatever, blah, blah, blah." So one day I was like, and the extra work, I mean, like porn sets are hard enough, like when you're having sex, but like to be an extra, especially with a talking role, which is everything. They always wanted me to have a talking role because in Miami, I can speak English and I can remember lines.
Wait,
So
speaking of short kings in Miami, look who's here. Hi, Joslyn.
did you just call me mommy?
I think he's talking to Mickey. Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Mommy,
Hi,
I don't know. Hey, Stancil. What you
But
doing?
go
You up to no
ahead.
good?
probably. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
I mean
Sorry to
it's
interrupt you.
Wednesday, it's ladies' night, so he's probably out somewhere on the prowl.
Who knows?
I'm not
Cat's
sure I
out of
want
the
to know,
bag,
Stancil.
Go ahead.
So what was I talking about?
I interrupted you. Stancil, you threw us off the rails. You were saying that it was the gay. He mostly gay.
English and you can remember lines.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael.
So one day I needed like a passport or like a social something. And my parents wouldn't give it to me. So the gay agent like went off on me. Like I had sent him pictures. He called me like a saggy titted bitch, said that I would never get anywhere in the industry, like all this shit.
Wait,
So
and
after,
like leave it to a gay man, I guess, to comment on a woman's body. Like you're a
and I said
saggy
to him, because I'm not the type of bitch who's gonna let you get away with fucking saying that shit to me. So I said, that's like Jabba the Hutt telling me that I need to lose weight. How about you look in the mirror first before you fucking mention a fucking word about that to me, you raggedy fuck.
Land whale. Like, how dare you?
Like, come on, beach whale. Like,
don't call mine saggy. You're not supposed to have them.
Yeah, you're not even supposed to have them. And like, like I have old training bras that I can give you if you'd like. So he like went off on me, and then I went to set that day, and then like a couple months later I kind of forgotten all about it, and then I met the same friend of mine that had introduced me to Mikey, introduced me to a recruiter named Libya, and Libya was the one who said, hey, go to the Bang Bros office and try out, and we'll see, what you can do. But the funniest part about that Mikey story, you literally just show up. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to bring heels and like a bikini, they usually just take pictures of you naked. It's like a go see.
Okay.
And then they keep your profile, and if they want to shoot you for anything, they contact you, or they contact your agent.
But you might have to get naked, and then
but you don't have sex with anyone. Like the casting couch thing is casting couches, that's all like scripted. Like that's all.
Oh, okay. I like that kind of porn too. Michaeline, write that down if you wanted. I like games.
I'll just remember that, okay?
Just commit it to memory, would you?
I will.
Okay.
I was expecting, Keanu, I was expecting you to say the gay bait bus. I was expecting you to say, how many women I know that watch gay porn? I'm like,
no,
really?
I just want one woman in there with a bag over her head, basically. I don't know why.
Do you like glory holes?
No,
you ever watch a glory hole
maybe
scene?
I could. Michaeline, write that down. Remind me to watch glory hole.
She's like, I'm mentally, it's all up here.
Like, how could I forget it? I don't need to write it down.
So the funniest part about that story was like 3 months in, where I'm already on contract, and Mikey walks into the area where we're all getting ready, and he goes, hey, Joslyn, it's good to see you. I said, oh no, I'm not doing this with you. You called me a fat, saggy titted bitch. I'm not doing this with you. You have a good day.
Right.
Bye.
Yeah, you're dismissed.
Who's the fat, saggy titted bitch now? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I thought.
You, Mikey, get out of my face.
Exactly. Yeah. Fuck you and the whore you wrote in on.
Exactly.
So that's how that happened. But it's been an interesting journey for sure.
Well, tell me about, so the thing that became so popular, what I don't understand is, so Officer Jane is your, like, you're the heroine Officer Jane, but it's in Black Cop in Black Patrol. What's it called?
It's called Black Patrol.
Patrol.
We were okay. So
you're the lead female and cop in Black Patrol, but is it reality? That's what's confusing.
No, so it's okay. So it's porn. So it's never reality.
Yeah,
Like okay, I hope we're all aware. Everyone who's watching, listening, commenting, you do know that the Bang Bus is not a real thing. It's all scripted, right? We don't. It's not. We're not just finding random women on the streets of Miami. So it was that's why we were dressed as real cops, was because it was supposed to look real. And the funniest thing about that is that for like, this was a couple years ago, I had DM'd a friend of mine, or I had DM'd a friend of a friend. And she DM'd my other friend and was like, hey, I just want to make sure this girl's like not a real cop, because like, and I was like, first of all, if I was a real cop and I did a porno, I would have been fucking fired immediately. They would have found that shit immediately and I would have been fired. Second of all, the fact that like 4 years after the fact, people are like, are you a real cop? Were you a real cop? Because you act like a real cop. I'm like, no, I just knew a lot of people who had been arrested. I've been arrested once before. So I was like, I just kind of imitated them. And then I kind of they would make us watch Cops before every scene that we did. And so what I tried
like
to
a fucking like, okay, we're going to get inside the mind of a cop. Like we're
get
out.
So as somebody who's a huge fan of comedy, I kind of try to make it more like Reno 911. Like I want it to be, who is that cop? Remember the white busty cop that was like, when am I going to start my webcam? Like she's like the funniest one. I tried to make it more like that, of like, that's
a good thing. You watching an episode of, Cops, it's just going to be like, I don't understand how this is going to make me understand my role. Isn't it supposed to be
like I was like,
porn?
and I'm like, I've seen Cops like a million times. Like I know exactly
what you were arrested for. I'm intrigued.
Possession.
Cool. Fine. Possession of beauty and talent.
Always. Yeah, that is something that seems to be a crime.
Silly. Okay, good.
But yeah, like I tried to make it like as comedic as possible, although it was a very serious subject. And at the time, like the crazy thing is that when when COVID hit and the whole George Floyd thing hit, there were massive protests and all in downtown Miami, there were protests everywhere. So one of my best friends that I grew up with, who found out that I do porn from a waiter when we were at dinner once.
My God.
Yeah, he was so pissed. He was so pissed.
Wait. The waiter comes up, he's like, hi, ladies. What would you like to drink? I recognize you, Officer Jane.
It's my best friend's a male. I've known him since I was 13. We went to school together. So we were with his baby mama, and his baby mama, we were at a bar, and we had been smoking. So I was like, I just want water. And the guy like looked at me and asked me specifically a question. And I was like, no, like, I just want water. Like, why are you being weird? So she goes to pay. And that's when he says, how do you know that guy and that girl? And she's like, that's my baby daddy. And that's his best friend that he's known since he was 13. And he goes, no, that's a porn star, man. She's like all my favorites. And I was like, fuck. So then the next day he calls me and he's like, hey, so this waiter said something really weird the other day. And I was like, oh yeah, no, like I'm a porn star now. Sorry.
Oh, you didn't tell your bestie. He didn't.
I didn't tell him. Like not at first. And then he was like, nah, it's cool. Like I don't give a fuck. You do what you want. But he's like very protective of me. Like whenever we're out, he's like, don't talk to her.
Yeah, leave her alone. All right.
He's like, leave her alone.
She's not actually into you. Stancil.
How many of the female guests does Stancil hit on? Is there like a percentage? Is there like a marker? You guys should keep track of that.
He's got that short man, short king. Yeah,
He is. He's very cute, and he's quite
charming.
I would love?
I like him. He's really cute.
Can we tell her, Michaeline?
Yeah, I don't care.
No, you know what I would love?
Joslyn, you'll die. My mom. I brought my mom to the studio last time she visited. of course, they're pouring Jameson shots. Stansel's shirt.
Oh yeah, we get.
He made out with my mom
You can get
at the
rocked in
bar.
there.
He made out with Mickey at the bar. She was like,
Briefly.
"Who's cute?"
Briefly.
How was he?
was
How was he,
great.
Mickey? How was it?
Great.
Sansa, you better be fucking watching.
He's very sexy.
No,
No.
she's like, oh, well, and they match up height wise. Like, she's like, better than
very
him.
charming. He's very charming.
We were at the
And if
bar.
a
I'm
younger
like,
man
what?
wants
But Mickey, is he a good kisser?
yes. And if a
Okay,
young guy
all
wants to
right,
kiss me,
Stancil. All right, Stancil. I
if a young
see
guy
you.
wants to kiss me, I'm
No,
Right.
what I would love to do the next time I go to New York, because I love to people watch, I'd be like, yo, Stancil, let's go to a bar. But like with a group of us. And I just want to watch him hit on women and just see him in his natural habitat. I think it would be fascinating.
He's quite charming. And
He is very
Mickey,
charming.
He was like,
So
he
cute.
had his arm around Mickey from like the moment we walked in. And then he's like, and they do match up.
How did you feel about Stancil hitting on your mom?
Please. We're actually Eskimo sisters.
Yeah.
It's not at the same time or anything.
Not at the
This
same
is like-
time.
yeah. It was not at the same time. It's all good. She didn't steal anyone from me. We all had a laugh after the fact. But like, I'm like, of course this is hilarious, but they were actually sort of cute together, and he is charming, right?
Whatever. I'm telling you, a young guy wants to kiss me, I'm gonna let him. That's
Exactly.
You know what? I want to be like
good
you when I grow up. Yeah, fuck it.
I'm good with it.
You know, my aunt, this was years ago. I was like 15. I was like 12, 15. And I was like a teenager. And she was like, oh, that guy's really hot. And I was like, you're married. And she goes, I'm not dead though. Oh shit. Okay. All right. Let's boogie.
We all still think the same and feel the same way as when we're younger. And I don't want an old man. Fuck that.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
let me
what's
ask you a
wrong with me
question.
then?
Yeah. Well, let me ask you a question. Has your sex drive gone down as you've gotten older? Stayed the same?
Stayed the same.
Really?
But,
Yeah.
Well, and she's also, and you've been single. When did y'all get divorced? You and Tom?
2009. So
Yeah,
I don't think-
right. You don't
Are
want to
you
get
on
married
Hinge
again,
and
but you
Tinder?
like to have fun and
You
hang
know,
out.
you know what I used to be, but that's just such a nightmare all the time, especially for an older woman. You have to be careful with the younger guys too, because you don't know exactly
what diseases they have.
No, you don't know exactly what they want you for. You know, they might think you're a lonely old woman and that you're going to take care of them. You just have to be careful. That's all.
That's a lot of like, will you be my sugar mama stuff, right?
No, nobody's ever.
You know what,
nobody's
Mickey?
ever done
I do
it.
too. I do too. We can stand in
Yeah.
unison in that. I get DMs like that all the time. I'm like, what?
Yeah, but I that's never really happened to me. But I just wonder what some of these younger guys want. That's all. I would have to-
what's your range like for men? Like, what do you?
I'm gonna say, if I was gonna put it on like a site, I would say 45 to 55, maybe 60.
Yeah.
I'll
Fair
tell
enough.
you the story though. She comes to visit me, Joslyn. This is hilarious.
Wait, where do you live, Mickey? I was gonna ask.
I live in South Carolina. I'm originally from Chicago though.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's so cool and hardcore. She comes to visit me. I was in college in Charleston. I used to be a bottle girl. And I think I was 23. No, 22
Known a
at
couple
the
bottle
time.
girls in my life.
There was a bartender I had sex with before, and I was like, ew, Wayne, you're gross. Never again. But he would hang out with us all the time. Mickey comes to visit me. She's the funnest mom ever. Of course she's gonna hang out. You were what, maybe 60 at the time?
I was turning 60 and he was turning 30.
He was turning 30.
Yeah.
So, and he's going, the drunker we got, and we're all hanging out, and Wayne is there.
And he started to pull a Stancil.
He's getting closer. He's going, Mickey, your daughter won't hook up with me anymore. And I'm going like, why don't you two just fuck each other?
Yeah, but he was flirting with me before that.
You challenged him! God damn it!
I literally tried to act like a mom and stay away from him. Okay.
But he was flirting with her from the fucking get. He really was.
He was really cute and really nice.
Joslyn, I looked up I'm like, where'd my mom go? They're just walking out of the bar together, going back to his house.
Oh, they didn't do it in the bathroom or anything scandalous
no,
like
he
that?
was a
Nikki, I
gentleman.
thought you were a little bit more
No,
hardcore than that.
you took me home with him.
I know, they
We
just
had,
left
nice
me and my
we had
friend.
nice music and low lighting. It was great.
Oh,
What kind of
God, I
music was
hated
it?
him.
What was the
don't
playlist
remember.
like?
I don't remember.
You
It was
slob
just
on my knob on a loop. You know.
Stop.
I'm kidding.
Stop.
So
I mean,
go to-
that's a bop.
Literally, she calls me 20 times while I'm there. Okay.
Well, because I'm like sobering up eventually. I'm
I
like,
know,
it's 5 a.m. You're not
She's calling. She's calling.
And you're
all
like,
the
what have I
friends.
let my mother do? I left her unfucking supervised, and this is what happens.
He walks in with her to that house and he goes, this is Keanu's mom. His roommate's like,
It was
so
fun.
I drive over and I go, Michaeline, you come out here right now. This is enough. 5 a.m. Wayne
You called
walks
her
out-
by her full name.
Wayne walks out around her with his arm around her. They both have glasses of whiskey. I'm like, just get in that car. You know what? Before I tell my father about this, you know.
And her first 5 minutes of comedy was that.
Yes,
Okay.
that's sort of the joke. But that's all. That's all.
But it was really
100%
cute.
true. 100% true. Then she leaves, and I don't want the man. He wasn't my boyfriend or anything. She goes home the next day. She's like, Keanu. She calls me. She's like this. I'm like, hello. She's like, Keanu. I think I left my earrings at Wayne's house. Could you ask him at work tomorrow if you could grab my earrings? I went, I'm not going to work and asking Wayne to find your earrings because you took them off when you were blowing him on a beanbag chair. Like, it's not happening. She's like, oh, but your brother got me those earrings. I really love them. I didn't say that at all. I said, yeah, I'll ask him, Mom. I never
Yeah, she said that, but you know what? She never got the earrings. I ordered new ones, so.
Okay, that's fine. If they were like keepsakes, I'd feel bad.
No, they were
I'd be
they were very cool earrings that he bought at like some like fair downtown Chicago that like the Renegade Fair or something like that.
But that's what
I found him again.
You
though.
are to just call me like nothing and be like, I left my earrings at Wayne's house. I thought it was cute. I was like,
My mom is cool in a different way. Like every family wedding we go to, she's like, all right, Jay, who are we doing shots with first? I'm like, what? Let's do it.
I love it.
Oh no, I have an even better story about her. So she'll do shots with everybody at weddings. She loves it. She gets really into it. So this was like a couple of months ago. This was during, I think it was for my dad's birthday, which is in April. So she goes to me.
Are your parents still together or no?
Yeah, my parents are still together. They've been together for like almost 40 years.
Oh.
And my mom's like, oh my gosh, I got these Delta 8s in the mail. I'm so excited to show them to you, blah, 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 blah. Delta 8s are like Delta 8s, it's like a type of cannabis that they sell, but it's like legal. No, it's like legal.
Okay.
Yeah. So she like was really excited to get them, but like little does she know, like I have a Delta 9 Connect, and Delta 9 and Delta 8 are different because Delta 8 is more synthetic and Delta 9s are just more THC based. So the next day I'm like, hey, by the way, like I sent her the package of the picture of the Delta 9s, and I'm like, hey, by the way, because I pulled up a comparison of Delta 8s versus Delta 9s, and it showed that Delta 8s were synthetic and all this shit. And my mom was like a hippie. Like my mom, like she had like long like hair down to her butt. Like she wore the crop tops. Like she hates Reagan. Like she's a huge fucking hippie. Like when I asked her how much weed she smoked, she said I smoke my fair share. I said that means you're a pothead because nobody measures how much weed they smoke like that. Like
how old
it's either my mom's like 65, something like that. So so I show her, I'm like, I give her the comparison. I'm like, hey, like this is the difference between Delta 8s and Delta 9s. I get Delta 9s like a lot. She goes, I'll wait for yours. I go, what?
You're like, oh, wait. Oh, all right.
So now I've become my mother's drug dealer.
It's all good.
I'm like, who am I'm like how the tables have turned. I used to get yelled at for coming in reeking of weed, and now
Like,
I'm giving
oh.
my mother edibles so she can fall asleep at night.
Yeah, you're like, oh, she's like, yeah, no, I'll wait for yours. That sounds good. Cool. You're like, oh,
I'm like, wait, what?
you had that moment where I'm like, wait, is Wayne walking my mom out of this bar right now?
Yeah, like I
Oh,
was like,
yeah,
this
all
is no. So I sent her when she finally said it, because like my mom was one of those cool moms. Like we watched like Harold and Kumar and Half Baked. So I sent her the gif of Samson from Half Baked, and I said, I got you. I'll be over in 20. What am I gonna do? Like I'd rather her take that than. And then I asked her how it was, and she goes, "Oh, one, I kept getting up in the middle of the night. I said, just take two." She goes, "I'll take 1.5." I said, "Just take two." I said, "When was the last time you smoked?" She goes, "It's been a really long time." I said, "Well, yeah, and the weed now is very different from the weed that you smoked back in the day."
And then that shit'll hit you like, because I wish I could be cool and smoke weed, but like you need like maybe a quarter of a gummy these days, probably. But it gives me anxiety.
And my mom, like when I was, I can't remember. I was like, we were still living in Miami. So I was like probably like 12, 13. They went to this concert called Little Feat. It was a band called Little Feat, like up north. And so she comes back and I was like, how was it, Mom? She's like, it was fine, except, and I'm like, oh God, here we go.
Oh no, what?
Everybody was smoking weed. And it's like these middle-aged people that can't get over the fact that like, you know, like the 70s are done and like weed is, you know, you don't smoke that anymore.
Right.
So I bring it up to my mother. Like I bring the subject up to my mother like years later. And she goes, no. I wasn't mad that they were smoking. I was mad that they weren't sharing. And I literally keeled over laughing. And I'm like, Mom, things have changed. And unlike the 70s, if someone hands you a random blunt, you don't know what the fuck is in that blunt. So I wouldn't do that, actually.
It's true, actually. No, you're
Yeah.
right. She's like, no one was sharing the love with me. Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, no one was sharing. And then I'm with my brother, and I look at him, and I'm like, she's never heard of a dirty. And he goes, shh. I'm like, I know, but you never know what's in something if someone gives it to you. So you just got to be prepared. And I'm like,
true. Right. She was in the summer of love. This was more.
Yeah.
Like,
she was like,
you don't want it to become the summer of, I don't know. Can you?
Yeah, she didn't think of that part about the fact that, you know, there may be some other stuff in people's stuff. You know?
But I guess they've always said that. But yeah, I mean, aren't the days of like passing around like weed at concerts over? I don't know. Maybe they're not. I don't know. I'm just not up.
I mean, I do it like with my group of friends, but like if I don't know you, no. And also too, like with COVID, it kind of changed things. So like, you know, Jeters, like the little baby, the weed, like so they're like short, they're like very short joints. They're like this big. So they're like minis. So during COVID, my friends and I would just.
I swear to God, I thought you were talking about the show where like that guy busts into like the parking lot where the guy is
No, they're
cheating on his wife. I'm like,
yeah,
I know that program. Yes, no.
Yeah, so Jeters.
I'm a weed layman. So yeah, a cheater is like half.
Yeah, a baby Jeter. They're like this. They're like this big. They're little. So you could smoke like a whole one to the face and be fine. And so my friends and I for a while did that. And then it kind of got to the point where it was like, okay, like you're not like a dangerous person. You don't like make out with strangers. Like I'll share a joint with you. But after COVID, like it started to get a little crazy because you're like, I don't know where your mouth has been and I don't know what you have and don't have. And like
people were skittish. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, New York was. The funny thing is that in the beginning of 2020, everybody's like, oh, like you're from Florida. So DeSantis like denied that there was COVID. Actually, my birthday is June 29th.
Oh.
And
Mickey's
when my
June
birthday.
30th, so you guys are.
June 30th.
Oh, really? That's my grandmother's birthday.
Is it really?
Oh.
We're both cancers.
Yeah.
Cancer
Yep,
sisters.
Yep.
Cancer,
Nice people.
Yes.
We are until we're not.
Yes, agreed. I agree.
Until you poke the bear. That's why
know.
we're
Oh,
crabs.
They
That's
call
why
the
we're little
chat'll
crabs.
always call Mickey Dark Mickey. When sometimes even in the I'm like, all right, we have Dark Mickey now. I don't know what I did, but I digress. Go ahead. Yeah.
So actually in 2020, all of Miami was shut down. So I actually ended up going to New York and going to Lake George
Where do you live
and
now?
going out.
Actually, I'm not.
I live
Are
in
you
Miami. I live in
Miami?
Miami now.
You
Yeah.
live okay.
Did
So
you grow
everything
up
was shut
You
down.
live in New York? I mean, New York's nice now.
Yeah, it's not as bad as people say, but yeah, I tend
was
to
there
take
in
a
May.
Lyft instead of the subway if I can help it. But
I took the subway once
Yeah.
when I was there in May, and I won't. My friend was like, "You don't take the subway." I was like, I mean, I went to school in DC, so I took the metro, and I'm used to that. But like, if I'm in makeup and I have to like go to an interview or like meet someone for lunch or dinner, like, and I'm a sweater, and it's fucking 5,000 degrees down there, so it's like,
I guess I'm in porn now. Is like the
Yeah.
same. Yeah.
like I'm a sweater. I'm like, this isn't gonna last. So I'm like, I just would rather, like, I'd rather walk, to be honest with you.
I love it.
Then-
Yes, the cold gets me. That's the only thing I hate about New York. The other thing I hate about New York is when it is hot, you're an island. It's just taunting with you because there's no like you can't just jump into a body of water without taking a train or a ferry to some weird beach that's horrible. Or I resort pass all the time, but then you have to pay $80 to lay by a pool at a hotel. That's the one thing
Yeah.
I don't like about it. And I think there has been a change in New York a little bit. I think people that are outside of it, of course, here's my thing. The subway isn't bad, but I will be the person if somebody in that subway is thinking of pushing somebody onto the tracks. It will be me.
Yeah.
I have bad luck. I'm a Friday the 13th Scorpio. It's not Murphy's Law. It's Cupid's Law. So
Oh,
that's
you're a
why
water sign too. This is why this interview is
Yes,
going so well. Makes sense.
I'm like, I'm like, I know if there's a crazy person in here, they will pick me out right away to push into the tracks. That's why I might be anxiety. That's the one thing that I'm like, So
Yeah.
if I can avoid it, I do, but it doesn't bug me. It's not New York.
No,
is
I
not
mean, listen, like I grew up in Miami, but I finished high school in New York, and I was on the crew team, and we used to row right out of like in Westchester, like right by the New York Athletic Club. And one day we're rowing, and there's a dude with a towel on his head jacking off into the woods. Butt ass
you were
naked.
rowing?
Yeah. And I'm like, and me and all my homeboys are like, yo, what the fuck is that? Is that motherfucker jacking off?
So what you're
Like
saying
when you see that at 16, like where do you go from there? I mean, it really can't get much crazier than that. I mean,
Kevin
fuck.
did you a favor, and that's why you have the career that you have, that you love. Maybe you're like, well, I guess I've seen it all.
I basically screamed. I was like, that motherfucker's jacking off.
Is that guy?
I was like, where's the coach when you need him, motherfucker?
It's like that scene in The Social Network, that like where they're rowing crew and like I don't know, they think they're in England. Imagine if somebody were just jerking off on the side of the fucking river. What
people
on earth?
do shit like that.
You
Like, people
in
do-
New York, you desensitized to people just jerking off and shitting in the streets.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean that's like
doing something
normal.
collegiate.
Well, you
don't
know,
expect that. Yeah.
You know what happened to me the last time I was in New York? So I was staying right by Grand Central, and my friend we went to see a movie. He hugged me and he moves me. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? He goes, there was a homeless man that literally was walking toward you, like almost like hypnotized, and was like literally about to just like run into you. I'm like, well, what the fuck? I mean, that like in Miami, we have craziness, but we don't have like
Right. The short, good smelling kings, like, stay their distance until they shoot their shot, but they don't just like come at you like a
Well,
crazy
no, I mean,
person.
but
Yeah.
no, this was a mentally ill. He was a homeless man, but I
Yeah.
didn't even notice it. And it's just like there's just so much going on in New York all the time. It's like you have to have eyes in the back of your head. So I
Mhm.
love New York though. It's one of my favorite cities.
Yeah.
Do you like living in Miami? Do you love it there too?
Oh, I love it. Yeah. I grew
Yeah.
up here. Yeah.
Where's your family still in Miami as well?
So my family's partly in New York, partly in Jersey. And then I do also have family in Florida as well. So I have family like all on
I love that.
the East Coast. And then my mom has family on the West Coast.
Oh, so you're everywhere.
And then
kinda
one
like
of
us,
and then one of my aunts actually, they lived in Chicago for years and then they retired and they moved to Phoenix. So
Oh.
I'd like
Oh.
to go out there and play golf. The golfing looks good
you
out there.
seem athletic. Like you rode
Yeah,
through. That's not easy. And you
yeah, I also
play
rode
golf
horses
once.
too. So my famous line is I've had people like threaten me and I'm like, listen, I've been bucked off by like a 2,000-pound animal and like hit the ground. So I'm not fucking scared of you or anything that you say to me. So you can try with your fucked up threats, but I do not care because
I don't care.
yeah. So
And she's not talking about men in porn either. She's talking about a horse. But
actual horses, yeah.
yeah, it's not. What?
You can also treat men like horses too. I mean, whatever.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I just like whip them with a little crop.
Yeah, come on.
Everything in your life has led to your career. So.
Exactly.
Basically, yeah. And I grew up I'm a huge comedy fan. Like I've seen Dave Chappelle like 2 or 3 times live. And
have you ever tried stand up? I mean, everybody's doing it
no,
now. Yeah.
I haven't. I don't think I'd be that funny.
You're funny and confident and pretty and like very self-assured. So
okay, wait. So let me tell you something about the last comedy thing I went to. So you've heard of Skankfest, I'm assuming,
of course,
right?
yeah.
Okay. So my friend Alexis Fox last year was like, hey, I'm doing this wrestling thing with my friend. Come, well, you can stay in my place, whatever. So I go. Have no idea what to expect. No idea what to expect.
Oh, so you had no idea about like any of
the naked roast.
Oh, okay.
That's what I wasn't prepared for. So Alexis goes to host the naked roast. Everybody goes out naked. All the women are hot. So my friend's like, so I had met a guy earlier that day at Skankfest who I ended up dabbing with, like in the little like private room. Like I saw like a couple actors from the league. Like I saw a bunch of comedians. I saw Pauly, who owns the stand. I was like, what are you doing here?
Like Pauly. I know.
Pauly from the stand. Yeah.
You mean like Pauly the stand or not like the LA?
No, Pauly, the owner of the stand in New York. You've met him, I'm sure.
Oh, okay,
right?
Sorry, I had a brain fart, and I was thinking Mitzi Shore's son, Pauly Shore,
Paul,
who owns
Pauly.
now the
Pauly.
got it. Never mind. Go ahead. Yes.
So I was dabbing with this guy, and he's like, "Have you ever like been to a naked roast?" And I was like, "No." And he was like,
"When you say
you're
dabbing, you don't mean like a dab of drugs. You mean or
no, dabbing is like a concentrated weed. It's like wax. You get a blowtorch, you heat it up, and then you smoke it that way. So it's
you're
like
so hardcore. Okay, sorry. I was thinking you were like you were just like dabbing them up or dapping. I guess that is.
No, I wouldn't dap up. I wouldn't. Yeah, I just said hi. I wouldn't. Yeah. So I'm violently high at this point of the night, right? So
got it.
He sits next to me and he's like, "You're about to realize, well, all these men are comedians," and I like didn't really think of it, right? These dudes came out. All the women were hot. They were all hot. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what happened to like, I don't know, like just really hot women being funny. Then the dudes came out and my friend was like, how bad was it? I was like, okay, together, their penises could not have made a Brickzilla, which is 15 inches.
No,
so there were about five dudes that did the naked roast, their penises were like, and they were like, and like, listen, I don't know if
How
I
do you
could do
not
that.
shrink up when you're in front of a crowd of people?
I
Like,
know.
and not even
Like
that.
one guy had so much hair you could barely see his penis. Like it was fucking nuts. Like it was just like, and
just a sea of micro penises on a stage. It's
basically,
why put yourself through it? Yeah, I don't know.
yeah. I have friends, and the thing is that I know Aaliyah Janine, and like Aaliyah was like one of the first ones to do it. So when I was telling her and my friend Josh Wesson about it after the fact, like we're all in a group chat, and they're like, "Oh, you now you know what the naked roast is about," and I was like, I don't think I'll ever recover.
Now, are they roasting the people on stage, like the comics?
Yes, like the females roast the males and the males roast the females, and then
and they're all naked. Yeah.
Yeah, and the crew decides who wins. Like the naked judges who are also naked decide who the winner is of that roast.
It seems like
it's a battle. It's a battle, I guess.
Yeah. It seems like that could only work at Skankfest, right? Because it's all about debauchery and it's like hugely popular or whatever. People in New York try and do like naked shows. I've been to one. A naked show in a basement with not a big audience turnout. Me and my friend Corey were like, this is literal torture for
there's
us.
There's like more. Like, so you know who Laura Desiree is? She does like erotic stuff. Like I went to one of her events and they did, you could like write stuff down, and it was more of like an erotic thing where like we were going back and forth, but like nobody was naked, and like Romy Rain was there, so it wasn't like there were sex workers there, like there were porn stars there, but it wasn't like anybody was naked. Like I feel like, I don't know, like there are sex dungeons in New York. Like why do you need to go to like a weird?
Me and my buddy Alan used to do a podcast in one. That's actually where I invited Gino on my. It was the Week in Sex.
Is that where you met Gino? Was that a sex dungeon?
Well, no, I met him at Compound Media, but I invited him onto our podcast that I had at the time, and it was in a sex dungeon. Meanwhile, me and the guy that like hosted it, I was the co-host, had no business in a sex dungeon. There would just be like, oh yeah, say hi. There he is.
Hey Gino, how you
are
doing?
You, beautiful?
How are you? You look good.
Same old same. Come
you
see
look perverted.
Put
her foot in your mouth.
I know. Don't do it. I hate it.
Do it.
I hate it. I hate it.
I'm dying. Thank you.
Every morning she gets that, baby.
I hated it. Tickles.
Wait, so are you half chub, full chub, semi? What are we here?
He is. Get out.
I told you, Keanu. I told you. I told you he's fully torqued when he's doing that.
He is. He's so gross. I'm so glad Michaeline was not here for that.
I saw it. I saw a little bit of it.
Disgusting.
Why?
No, I don't know. I don't understand the attraction to feet. Also, I don't have cute feet.
You have pretty feet.
I have a
what size shoe are you?
7.5. But
by definition, you have cute feet. Stop it.
They're beaten up from ballet, and I'm basically flat-footed. They're hideous.
Oh, you have ballet feet. Okay.
Well,
so like
if I had better ballet feet, I would be a ballerina by now. But I'm like,
well, also she sleeps in her boots.
I do. I don't like to walk around barefoot at all. Yeah.
What do you mean you sleep in boots?
I don't like. Gino gets on me about this too.
Can we buy you some slippers?
I have slippers, but I don't. I want my foot fully enclosed in a shoe.
In a leather
I don't
boot.
like to walk around, so I will get in the bed even in my tennis shoes or my boots. Sometimes it's a drunk thing when it's boots. And I just
obviously, yeah.
But if it's just like, I just don't like to walk around barefoot.
And she really can't right now because the cat will attack her.
And yes, I live with a evil cat that Gino seems to love, and
I'm allergic to cats.
Gino's cat hates her.
Oh, it's terrible.
Is she a girl? Is it a girl or a boy?
No,
It's a
it's a
girl. It's
She's
a
really-
That's
female
why.
calico that he found in a dumpster when she was 4 days old, and she
What
will never
is that
let
with
him.
people leaving like beautiful animals just to on this? I have a friend who has a bunny that she found on the side of the road in Nevada.
Right. It's weird. And you know what? I'm an animal lover. I love animals. I'm like, I wish she would treat me. I'm like, I would snuggle with you. Her name is Six. Six. I would love that. But basically, she lies in wait. I've never seen a cat
Well,
like
thank
this to a
Christ Gino
person.
didn't name him Seven. Did you see the Kevin Spacey documentary? Holy shit.
Documentary or
Is
the
that good? Is that good to watch?
It's
Ooh.
good, yeah.
good?
So
I saw
I've
it
seen
last
him.
night.
Wait, I have a Kevin Spacey story actually.
Yes. Okay, do tell.
Okay, so he was at a hotel that I was at a couple of years ago. And I was with my friend and we were at breakfast. And I sometimes wear inappropriate shirts because I'm a 5-year-old. And
It's not inappropriate, it's beautiful. You are who you are. Inappropriate how? It doesn't like use the N-word on it.
Okay,
or something. Yeah, you mean, like, the boob?
absolute. I would never wear a shirt like that. Like I wear Bone Thugs shirts, like, but it
Yes.
like that. No, it's different.
No, that's
So yeah, I would never wear a shirt that says that.
No, of course not.
Actually, you know what's funny? So I did see a couple the other day saying I have a girlfriend and then I have a boyfriend. They were both wearing the same shirt, and I was like, that is the tackiest shit I've ever seen.
They're like, this will be hilarious to all the people.
Yeah, you're like, ha 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 ha. Slow clap. Yeah, so we were at breakfast, and I happened to be wearing my fan favorite shirt that says "Kill your local pedophile."
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy.
That's not inappropriate. That's a good statement.
It's not. And the thing is that my friend was like, you know what's fucked up about your shirt is that if someone makes a comment, you automatically are like, oh, are you a pedophile? And I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, if you have a problem with my shirt, if you don't laugh at my shirt, then like obviously there's something wrong. So I'm sitting there and I see Kevin Spacey he's in like one of those hoodies that like fishermen wear, right? Like a skull cap. And I'm like,
oh, yeah,
what is
like
this?
a beanie.
Like,
yeah,
like we were in Florida. I was like, why is this dude like wearing a beanie?
You
Whatever.
need
And then
to
I
tell
see his
me,
dog.
just so I'm clear on this. You're wearing kill all pedophiles shirt.
Kill your local pedophile.
Kill-
it's a company called Assholes Live Forever. You can look it up. They have a bunch of shirts like
Kill your
like
local
inappropriate. Yeah, like they have a shirt that says like just a whore with a dream. Like like stuff like that, like just silly shit. So
and then,
like
and you happened to wear that shirt at breakfast that day, and
Kevin Spacey was there, and he was like not looking at anyone, not really making eye contact. This was like way after he like the whole House of Cards thing happened, and he got like in a lot of trouble. And so I was wearing the shirt, and like I was like, fuck it. I mean, whatever. It's my shirt. I'm not going to change now. Like we're at breakfast.
Yeah, because
so,
there's
like,
a pedophile here.
Yeah, it's not my fault. Like
So
that
all
you
that
diddled
stuff is
little
true.
boys.
All that stuff is true.
Oh well, the documentary.
Yeah,
it recants. So they interview one person who was never interviewed before, and then they also interview Kevin's brother.
Ooh, wow.
So
okay, I have to watch this.
Okay, so I didn't mean to interrupt, so tell us.
No, it's really good. Like and what's fucked up is like, okay, so basically like he's just a psycho. He's just a sociopath. Like there's no other way to describe him. Like, or what he did. Like I was just literally sitting there with my mouth hanging wide open. And so I run into him at breakfast.
I bet people love that. Sorry, I should have said it earlier. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I run into him at breakfast, and like everybody is staring at me. They're like, what the fuck? Like this girl's wearing a crazy shirt, and that's Kevin Spacey. And I'm like, well, it's not my fault that he did.
You're like, I didn't follow the pedophile here.
Yeah, like this is just a coincidence. Yeah. So I walk by him, everything's fine. Then I walk back. But my other friend was staying at the hotel, and he went up to him, and Kevin was a huge prick to him.
Oh,
Like he was
Why?
like, "Hey
Because
man."
he wasn't like an underage
was he gonna
man.
ask? Was he gonna ask for an autograph or something?
No, I think I think he was just like, "Hey man, like I love Kaiser Soze," and he was like, "Fuck you," and I was like, "Yeah," like that's why I didn't go up to him. I was also wearing a completely inappropriate shirt, but
So he was not nice to the person, even though he was.
no,
to-
he's like completely. He has a dog now that he travels with.
Like an emotional
It's like
support animal.
yeah, and because that's his only friend.
I really hate to hear that because what a great actor.
I know.
I
American
know,
Beauty
but
is one of my favorite movies, but like the man, he's got a wow. Well, I guess he probably doesn't want. I guess when somebody comes up to him like, "Hey, man, I'm a huge fan," he probably
He's
thinks,
trying to.
"Who do you know? What did you hear?"
Diffuse whatever's happening.
yeah, well, no, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have a friend who, and this we were talking about the Kevin Spacey thing, and he said, "You know that Kevin Spacey tried to rape my brother at the White House." I was like, wait, what?
What?
Yeah, so apparently this has been going on. What you find out in the documentary is that it's his sexual assault history has spanned over 5 decades.
Oh, right.
It started
Yeah,
when
and
he
it
was in high
always
school.
it always ends up that way. When did this come out, by the way? The
I
documentary.
the documentary came out a while ago. I want to say like 20 because the Me Too. Okay, when he came out, the Me Too thing, it was 2019 when that whole thing exploded, right?
Right, and he did that
So
weird video like as his character in House of Cards, and it was
so
like
that's kind of also too they go into like the psychology of him, like the mental illness of him, and part of it is that what's so fucked up about like so basically what happened is that right when Harvey Weinstein got caught, he was also starting to get outed by a lot of people and like the sexual assault thing. So he came out and said, "I'm gay." And the gay community said, "Oh no, fuck you, dude.
right.
We're not doing that. That's not what
gay.
we're doing here. You abuse children. That's not an excuse. Like that's
Well, he
you
is
being
gay,
gay
right?
is not
I
an
think,
excuse."
Michael,
Yeah.
yeah, he's a gay
But
man. Right.
yeah, but he kind of used the excuse of "I'm gay" to sort of try to not be Me Too'd, and everybody it just fucking backfired
Right.
on him
And then I
completely.
believe it was Anthony Rapp from Rent. I think that's his name.
He was the one
He
who
was the
blew
one
that
like,
shit wide open. He had a big
"Hey."
enough name at the time. Everybody
Yeah.
else was too scared to come forward. And the thing is that like yeah, so and it was like a known thing on the House of Cards set. Like all of his assistants were female for a reason.
Wild. Oh yeah, right. So he doesn't he doesn't
It was
quell his erection.
known.
Yeah.
It was known. It was like known.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of that Hollywood stuff. I have to go back and watch that documentary now. And he is, I guess, a great actor. I understand.
Is he doing any acting anymore at all?
No, like I literally think he's blacklisted. But what I was going back to that weird apology that he did. So when they talk about it in the documentary and they say part of his issue is that and part of like he's never really going to be able to take accountability for what he did because
That's what I've been
in
talking
order
about
for
this a lot on my stream recently.
in
Just
order
take a
for
little
him
accountability.
yeah, like I've done that. I've made mistakes and I said, you know what, I fucked up. I'm sorry. That was my bad. I take full accountability for it. That was how I was raised, right? Instead, he used a character to apologize and sort of rationalize what had happened.
What was that?
So right after that all came out, Michaeline, this video, it was like in the height of kind of COVID. It was 2020. I think
I'll send it to you. Yeah. So in his character that he played in House of Cards, he's wearing an apron in a kitchen.
Okay.
And he's talking like that character, and he's like talking about Kevin Spacey as if he's him. So his apology,
in a really creepy way, like who told you to do this? Yeah.
I wish I would have continued with it.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Yeah. If you guys get HBO, it's called Spacey. It's a 2-part documentary series.
But I did see that. I saw the advertisement for it. And
I have to watch it. But you're right that
over it because I hate to see him fall.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
and
I
the
mean,
thing,
it's been
and
a
the
while, but
yeah, and the sad thing is that he is so talented, but it's like,
right.
No,
He's obviously
I
also,
understand.
yeah.
He can't be like
yeah, like you
Right.
can't like it's kind of like the Kanye West situation. It's like, yeah, but you kind of just kept putting your foot in your mouth to the
Oh my
point where
God, yes.
literally you were
Yeah.
shitting it out of your ass. Like you
Jocelyn,
were
I swear to
just
God, I say that all the time. I'm going like,
like
I
you
love
went
your
too
music,
far.
man, but for fuck's sake, can't you get it together? Can't I know you're bipolar or whatever? We give you chance after chance, but like now it's like, come on.
Well, and his PR team must fucking hate him.
They
Like,
must
just
hate him.
shut your mouth. Like, or just
The
have
best
someone
thing he
take your
ever did was
phone.
move to fucking Wyoming. Like, good. Just go and make
Yeah.
music there and don't make any public appearances because you can't trust him to like. That's just it's pure
Well,
mental
and
illness.
what's
Yeah.
fun, what also too I think is really funny is like obviously Taylor Swift was very famous before the Kanye West situation, but
Oh yeah.
he made her a household name because of
Mhm.
his hate for her, which was
Right, he
exactly what
couldn't
he
stand
didn't
it.
want.
Oh,
Yeah.
he must just be
Yeah,
seething right
because
now.
yeah,
Yeah.
because he went up. He when she won, he went up there and said that
He went up and said
Right, right. You should have
Beyonce deserved the award.
I'ma let you finish. But
Yeah.
Beyonce had the best video of all time.
Like, what
Just
an
like a real
asshole.
fucking narcissist.
What an
And I don't
asshole.
even like Taylor Swift. I love her music, but I think she's a bit of a coos. I hate her personality. Just like Anne Hathaway.
Opposite.
Yeah.
I think Taylor would be fun to hang out with. I'm not really a fan. I'm not really a pop fan. I'm like hip hop or EDM
I like
or
hip hop.
grime.
I mean, I love rap. I mean, I like you know, everything. But I love her music because it's a bop. But I find I'm like, for some reason I just can't stand you. But I would never get up on stage and be like, listen, Taylor, I'm gonna let you finish. But it was her first Grammy.
Oh my
Yeah.
You had to take that away
my
from her.
Yeah.
Oh, and Beyonce was going, what are you doing?
Well, Beyonce afterward, Beyonce won an award and then let Taylor come up again, and that was
Yes.
the right thing for Beyonce to do. So it ended up making
Absolutely.
Beyonce look better, Taylor look better, and
Right.
Kanye looking like a piece of doo doo.
And Taylor is talented because she would have been, you know, she was already famous. She would have been famous either way. And she is a talented musician. I don't want to like her music. I don't want to be like, you're never, ever, ever getting back together. I don't want to like that. But it's ingrained in my head. And like, I can't. So I find that like, I'm like, okay.
You know
she's
what I would
talented
love?
musician.
You know what I would love if this could happen? If like hip hop, I wish music was different than it is now, but I wish that they could do like a remake of Lady Marmalade with like Taylor.
They should.
Grime would be a good Pink substitute.
Like Grimes, Taylor Swift, maybe
Grimes.
a Gaga moment. Maybe
No, not Lady Gaga. It would be like maybe Cardi B, and then maybe like Lotto or like JT from the City Girls.
A Billie Eilish moment, maybe.
Yeah, because like they had Missy, they had Lil Kim,
Mm-hmm.
Christina, Maya, and then they had Pink. Yeah,
that was iconic.
So that was like my friend hadn't seen that music video, and I was like, "You've never seen Lady Marmalade?" Like that was a fucking.
It was.
That
Wait,
was a
how old?
moment.
I forgot to ask. I mean, how old are you? Do you mind saying? I'm
33.
31. Okay, all right. So we're at the same age, basically. No, that was I fucking conic. That was we were like, and then Lady Marmalade.
I loved,
awesome.
I loved Pink. Pink was like I'm not like a huge pop star, but her shit I'll listen to. Pop fan,
like
but
Pink is fantastic. She's fantastic.
She's well, no, you know that she named her. I read an article years ago about her, and this is why I was like, God, this is why I like her. She named her dog Fucker, so she could scream "fucker" on the beach.
Yes, she'd be like
looking for the dog.
The idea of him running down the beach and me being going like, "Fucker,
hey fucker,
fucker."
Hey fucker, come on, fucker.
She has a really interesting story. I think we probably watched the same thing. She would be like, she was like a total like like horrible drug addict kid, and but like loved singing and just would sing Four Non-Blondes out her window and then just sneak out of the house and be in a K-hole.
And then, my God, she's like this gymnast in her concerts. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I've never seen her live, but I would love to see her live.
Yeah.
I've seen Lady Gaga live, and she was amazing.
Me too.
I saw her live also.
Um,
Lady Gaga, not Pink.
Incredible.
And I've seen Billy Joel at Madison Square Garden, which was kind of.
Oh my
I'm
God,
not
I
a
can't
Billy-
even
I'm
imagine.
not a Billy
that.
Joel fan.
You're not a Billy Joel fan?
I like the hits. I love Vienna, but I'm not.
You like Vienna? That's not even. Those aren't even.
I really don't.
Those aren't even his most famous ones. Vienna's like the. Really?
That's a weird one.
Not
I
Uptown.
like.
Not Uptown Girl. Not Only the Good Die Young.
Those are fine, but like
I don't like
Not in the middle of the night.
every time I hear Vienna, I cry because I think of 13 going on 30. It's the song that plays when she.
Yes, it is the song that plays.
Yes. Other than that, I don't know Billy Joel. Mickey saw the Beatles, literally.
I was 10. I
when
saw the
she was
Beatles.
10. We're
I'm so jealous.
I know I was
Yeah.
10, but you know what? I'm always been the same person. I've never been a child. I've always been the same person.
Exactly.
And it was unfucking believable.
I feel the same way.
I saw
My
him at
fa-
I saw him at Comiskey Park in Chicago because my dad did the fireworks there, the exploding scoreboard, and he got us tickets to see the Beatles. They had 2 concerts on one day. It was August, I think 20th of 1965, and my mom took myself and my 2 cousins, and that Beatlemania was exactly that.
People were fainting and
screaming, crazy, crying girls, and me too. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I went through a
never
Beatles
forget it.
phase. Yeah.
I will never forget it. I will never forget it.
I
They
think
were,
that's
they
why
were,
I like
they
them.
are,
Were they good? Were they good live?
Well,
Were they
here's
actually good
Here's
live?
the thing: you're in a ballpark, okay? And at that time, I don't think the speakers were as good as. Obviously, they weren't. You could barely hear them because of the screaming girls. You could barely hear them. It was. You could hear like.
That's how bad it was.
There's no way that anybody could overcome a stadium filled with screaming girls. It was unbelievable.
Does that happen anymore? Like, not that I go to like concerts where screaming girls would be, but these girls
like a
screaming
Taylor
like
Swift
that?
concert.
I bet Michael Jackson
that's
had-
kind of why
I bet Michael Jackson had screaming girls like that.
Michael Jackson also had that effect on people. It was men and women alike fainting, apparently.
Yes, it was unbelievable. And I'm not kidding. That Beatlemania crying and screaming was every.
How do you guys feel about celebrities? Like, I'm sure, Keanu, I'm sure you've met a celebrity or two.
Actually,
I'm sure both of
weekend
you.
I just
Like,
ran
had
into
a
Dylan
celebrity
Mulvaney,
like sexually?
and my life is
No, like just met one. I'm not talking about fucking a celebrity. Don't
Yeah.
fuck a celebrity. I wouldn't do that.
I know.
God,
I
let
wonder.
me think.
And Mickey,
There's
sure as
so
shit,
many.
don't do it for free. Don't do it for free. Because if you ruin your fucking image of them, you will never be able to unruin it. So you better be getting money out of it.
I've boned maybe a couple of like D-list celebrities, maybe Z.
You mean comedians? You mean comedians?
No, not even. Maybe
Not even. One of my friends told me never fuck a comedian. Aaliyah told me, she's like, never fuck a comedian. No, Joslyn, I'm serious. Never fuck a comedian.
That's apparently the rule, but I'm marrying one and he puts my feet in his mouth every morning and I allow that. So I don't know what's wrong with
And he gets fully erect. Do you think that he jacks off on the subway to work?
Probably. He looks like a homeless man anyway. Nobody would notice. He'd be like, oh yeah, there's that. I swear to God, Joslyn.
We should make that graphic of him.
He has this army colored jacket with like.
I know, I've seen it. It's like he you know who he looks like? Remember Steve Buscemi and Big Daddy?
Yes. But he
reminds you of Steve Buscemi and McDonald's. Oh, they stopped serving breakfast at 10. Fuck. I thought it was so loud.
And then he was like, I realized that it would match like my megaphone, right? But he has this thermos. He's got this thing that says Gino on it, this army colored jacket, and this thermos that matches. And he's like, these people were talking to me. They're like,
Was Gino in the army? Is that why he?
no, they thought he was a bus driver. So they're like, some people were like, are you on your way to work? Like your bus route? He's like, yeah, can't wait to get to work. Yeah, I'm just going to the studio. They probably thought he was nuts. They were like, look at this bus driver, so happy to get to work.
Hey, better that than them thinking he's the Unabomber. Jesus, it could be worse.
He looked
Could be
exactly
worse.
like a bus driver, and that was his uniform. And he was like, yeah, I just can't wait to get to work every morning. They're like, wow, it's so nice to see someone so happy to go to their bus route on the train. I'm so sad. Wait, Kiki's somebody had something to say to you with that. Thank you for the $2. I wanted disco with Joslyn really bad. Ooh, well.
You can, yeah.
$2. When they say that, I don't think they mean in a dancing way. I think they mean something untoward, but you know what? We all do. We understand.
Oh yeah. You mean naked wrestling?
Yes, naked wrestling. Oh my gosh. This has been too much fun. God, I wanted to talk to you about so much more. But I won't hijack your night. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything that was absolutely vital. Love life. Are we single? Are we
single?
Single. Staying single.
Don't have a dating app because I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because I literally so I was with my friends a couple months ago. We're at Flanagan's. And they're like, you should make a Bumble account. I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. I haven't made one in 10 years. So I make one, and then I start getting DMs on my Instagram. Like, hey, I saw you on Bumble. I'm like, fuck. Yeah, and then people use my pictures on dating sites.
That's good. So now everybody, so using catfish. That's a compliment. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is a huge one. But so I can't really like my friends like Sarah J, for example, she can't they boot her off because they think she's fake. Because of facial recognition. So we can't really, yeah.
Oh, so you can't even do a dating app if you wanted to.
Not really. I tried, and then I just started getting inundated with I didn't get facial recognition. They didn't kick me off, but I just started getting recognized way too much, and I was like, nah, I can't do this.
You're all right, never mind. They're not gonna. Yeah. You'll meet somebody. I get if you want to. I mean, single is fun too, but
yeah,
it wouldn't be a dating app situation. Yeah.
Yeah, being single is fun, and I do meet people naturally too, but I'm very picky. I've been places, I've been at conventions, and I'll walk into a party in a Rick and Morty sweater, and some guy will come up to me, and I'll just be like, nope.
Have you? Yeah, I don't think you go on a dating app. No, not a good.
I don't. Well, also too.
Bumble is you're supposed to make the first move on Bumble.
Yeah, and I don't do that.
I would never do that either. I would never.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
I have hit on a man once when I was in college studying abroad. This is the last story.
Yes, please tell us.
It's a great story. Okay, so I was 19. I was 20. We go to this bar, and the funny thing about this bar was it was in Argentina. It was in Palermo, and so they had the door to the kitchen said red rum on it, and so I was fucking dying laughing. Yeah, from
red rum.
Yeah. Hashtag murder. Yeah,
murder backwards.
Yeah, so I was like, holy shit, I don't think they get this is crazy that we're at this random bar and red rum is on the door. So I'm with my exchange friends, and I was like, the bartender behind there is really cute. So my friend's like, I dare you to go up and hit on him. I'm like, what's the catch? She's like, I'll buy you drinks for the rest of the night. I was like, all right,
I'm in. Yeah.
So I go up to the guy, and I said, what time do you get off work? And he said 5. And I said, okay. And he said, why? And I said, because I'd like you to take me home and fuck the shit out of me.
Holy shit.
When you weren't kidding.
And he said, what are you drinking? You get drinks for the whole night. So I told my friend, we're gonna rain check that free drink night for another night. And I'll see y'all motherfuckers later.
Well,
did you?
did you?
Oh, I did fuck him. Yeah. He was a British guy.
Yeah, I did fuck him.
good.
I hope he's. I hope he's doing well. I hope he's doing well. He was an interesting guy. He lived in Argentina. I think he was like studying, but he wrote for like a free paper, and he was like, "Oh, I have to like write this article." I was like, "You don't get paid though."
You're like, oh, for your little free paper, you'd rather write. For
I was like, you don't get paid. Like,
yeah.
I was like, you're okay. You have to write. You have a deadline. Okay, all right, sure. You can't just like write it while you're like,
yeah, I
like
know.
after you only take 3 minutes.
Right. Listen, you can go deliver them tomorrow in the morning. Do you have a paper route too? Like, little boy? Okay. You're a badass bitch, Joslyn. I love that about you.
I love both you guys. Thank you so much for taking time to hang out with me today.
Oh my God, you
so
are
much
definitely a force to be reckoned with. Honestly.
Where in South Carolina? Where in South Carolina do you live, Mickey? We should maybe.
I live in Rock Hill, which is about 20 miles south of Charlotte. I'm not doxing myself.
Okay, no, yeah, don't.
No,
so
yeah,
definitely.
They all know that.
No,
though,
I might be. So what I was gonna say was, I'm in Miami. People know that. But I might be doing I might be going up. I might be taking a road trip this summer with a friend of mine.
Stop by Mickey's house and
absolutely.
please we'll do another podcast from there.
Absolutely.
She'll give you
we'll do it right from here.
booze and popcorn and
Does Nikki microdose?
She would.
All right, I'll bring some stuff
for her.
I never want a good time to end. Not ever.
Oh my God, you guys are the best time. I would love that. I would fly down for that.
Definitely.
Actually. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes, and bring Gino and tell him to bring some onesies.
Yeah.
We all have to have a onesie microdose party. That's it. We're doing
okay,
it.
fine.
So fun. Really.
You are so much fun.
You're really fun.
That would be so much fun. Gino would do it. Be like, yeah, tell me when, baby. Let's go. Sleep over at Mickey's with Joslyn.
Definitely. Honestly, open invitation.
I'm down. Let's do it.
Okay.
I won't hijack any more of your night. Tell the people where they can find you. Tell them what's coming up next for you. And also thank you so much, Joslyn. You're
yes,
such a
of
delight.
course.
Oh my gosh.
So my Instagram is at @XOJossJane. My Twitter is at XXX Joslyn. That's JOSLYN. My OnlyFans is onlyfans.com/JoslynJane. And then I also have a sports podcast that's coming out, and my Instagram for that is Sports Talk featuring Feet Joslyn Jane.
Everyone go and follow her right now. If you don't follow her right now, I will never forgive you. Anyway, I love you.
You're gorgeous and lovely.
Yeah, you're gorgeous.
Really thank you so much. You guys were so fun.
Really fun.
Thank you so much. Come back anytime. I'll bug you with some more dates.
Yep.
Of course. Definitely. I'm down. Bye, babies.
Bye. Oh my God.
What an exciting woman
She's a doll. Really. She is a force to be reckoned with. She is something.
For real. My
Gorgeous.
God.
Yeah. And nice and a personality. And she's the whole package. Really.
She didn't mind sitting here with us for like
I know. She's
an hour and a half. Yeah.
I know. It's great. Oh my God. Wonderful. I like her so much.
We really should do a sleepover, a party at your house, or we'll live stream. Yeah.
I like that. Cool. I like that.
She's so cool. I loved her. Well, everyone here right now, everyone go follow her. Do it. Do it now. If you don't, I'll never forgive you. I'm going to.
If she's going to have a sports podcast, I mean, she can meet a guy in a skinny minute doing that.
She could probably have anybody she wanted.
I
That's
believe
the thing.
that.
Yeah. I don't think she's like looking for it.
No.
God, I love that Kevin Spacey story.
Yeah.
Love it. It's just
I
such a weird moment of serendipity,
I have to watch that. The first thing I have to watch right now is the Iron Claw, though, because I think it's on here because I haven't seen that yet. So that's the first thing I have to watch. But I did see the Kevin Spacey thing.
Iron Claw is absolutely fucking.
Yeah, I have to watch it. I looked it up today, so maybe I don't have to get up early tomorrow, so I will do that. Except to go to the post office because I didn't do that today, but that's okay. You're just getting me addresses still. So
I'm not going to explode if the invitation.
No, tomorrow. I didn't feel good today. I don't
You
know
don't
why.
feel good?
I feel good now. But I had kind of a low-key exhausting day. I don't know why.
That's okay.
Probably because I never have, a pit to my day. I always have peaks. And I had so many peaks yesterday
You really did.
that I was just exhausted from them all.
Well, you were just, featured in the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Also 100 Kiki coins for everyone here.
Wow.
Last thing we're gonna do.
Oh my gosh, I like her so much. That was so much fun with her.
She's so lovely. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lainey, for getting her on our podcast.
Really
Wow.
wonderful. Really wonderful.
I will play
Give
a
her my
video
phone
while
number.
I do. I will.
Yeah, definitely do that. I mean, honestly, if she's in town, definitely. So
I shall. I don't know what this is. I'm just gonna pick a video. This one says 1 minute and 16 seconds. I have to pee, and then if I'm not back in time,
I'll be fine. Don't worry. I'll just slurp out of my straw and make it funny.
that sounds great.
Okay.
Okay.
That's really weird.
I don't even know what this is, but I'm just gonna play it, and I'll be right back. Little
pee
short
fast.
break. I'll pee fast.
I'm tired to stay living life on YouTube. Keanu and her mom, Michaeline too. We're taking over, getting that untoward award with every video. We leave them wanting more. Leaving us on the soul. We've got raw babies. Always inciting laughs and smiles from our fans everywhere. Unapologetic, we're a wild and crazy pair. Until
we are.
Tuesday, we're here to stay, spreading joy and laughter every single day. But our babies, uniting, make some noise. Let's light up the world with our untamed voice.
Let's light up the world with our untamed voice. Yeah. It's really cool.
So fun. Oh my God, that was really funny. I forget what we do on here. Our guest tonight was fantastic. I hope everybody enjoyed it because we're going to be fast friends with her for sure. Wonderful. And okay, Keanu, hi.
I'm back. Was that
Yeah, that was funny. That was a funny video.
Oh, you're cute. Oh my gosh. Last thing we're going to get to. I have to be up very early. Everyone tune in tomorrow to Steel Toe Morning Show, where I co-host with Aaron Imholt every Thursday at 7 Eastern Standard Time, where we get into all of the goings on. But the other thing I wanted to talk about tonight was how Aaron he hijacked my wedding theme and has ruined my upcoming nuptials without even trying. Do you want to know how?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just trying to.
That's all right.
Okay.
You're trying to center yourself.
Let me center myself. I think we have a
Center.
caller. Guys, when I don't put the call-in number up,
Center yourself.
probably shouldn't call, but that's okay. Okay. Thank you for calling Keanu Cast. How may I direct your call?
Yes, just calling into the cast to give commentary.
Oh, how are you? This is remind me of your name.
Eternal Sub.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Good to hear from you again. What did you think of our guest? Wasn't she lovely?
Yes. I thought she was very forthcoming about her past. You know.
Good. Well, what are you up to tonight? That you just wanted to give us a shout out and say hey?
Yeah, pretty much.
that's lovely of you. Well, thank you for calling in. We always enjoy that. Thank you for calling in 2 nights in a row. 100 Kiki bucks for you.
100.
Okay, you know what? 300 since it's 2 nights in a row. Aren't I nice? 300 Kiki bucks for you, darling.
Are the pinnacle of a good banker.
Oh, thank you. I know. We're printing money. You know, that's how it works here at Kiki Lou Studios. Oh, well, you have a wonderful night. I'm going to talk about how my wedding has been ruined by Aaron Imholt now. Isn't that exciting?
How has it been ruined?
I will tell you. Keep tuning in. He stole my theme with his awfulness. Take care.
Stole your theme?
Oh, you'll see. You'll see. Bye, love. Bye. I love him. He just calls in to just check in with us. Make sure we're still doing good.
What's his name? I forget. What does he say his name is?
He doesn't say his like actual name anymore. It's like something else, but I think he says Eternal something, but that might be his YouTube name. But I think it used to be sounds like Dawn. I don't know. We don't know. Also, the untoward board, we have 3 to choose from, and they're all it's just Michaeline's complaints, bull, and shit. So if you watched last night's episode,
best friends. So happy to have such good friends.
if you watched last night's episode, you can vote 1 for Michaeline's complaints, 2 for bull, 3 for shit. Although I'm pretty sure I have an idea of what I will pick, as this is like it's like Dancing with the Stars. I have the final say, but I do take your input. Whee! Let's play a song while we regroup. And we haven't even had Feeding the Ducks on this entire night.
No, and you won't let me play my birds. You won't let me play my birds.
Do you realize how distracting that is? Are the birds? It's cat TV, not Mickey TV.
No, it's cat TV and the birds are there.
Do the birds soothe you or? Whip-a-woo, whip-a-woo.
Ba ba
ba ba ba dee dee. It's geeky after dark. 1, 2, and 3. Dance.
This is like.
Michaeline! Crack a white claw. Bullets went careening past my window. Hello, everyone. Santa baby.
Hello, Panini.
Hello. Mickey's. I would love to be in Kiki. Scooter boy. One time, one person, 1,000. Great.
Thank you, Goodnight Mister. That's a great song.
Hashtag shout out Goodnight Mister. Just the best.
We love
Just
it.
the best. Feeding the ducks. Here we go. Okay. So Aaron Imholt ruined my wedding, and I'll show you why. So on his program, I'm going to explain this in the best way I can, and I have some visual aids. If you've been tuning in to his or my program, maybe he's in a bit of a transition in his life, and if you know him at all, Aaron, basically, of the Steel Toe Morning Show, is officially divorced, right? And
is he divorced that quickly? I mean,
that's
the rules in Minnesota.
Michaeline, I was as shocked as you. I'm like, wait, really? God. You just sign and then it's over? I'm like, wow, I wonder what the New York rules are. Wow.
I mean, in South Carolina, you have to be separated for a year before they'll even consider you to get divorced. Basically.
That's what I thought. I'm like, in South Carolina, I know you need like an old white judge to be like, have y'all been separated for 1 year, living apart?
And why don't well, in literally our mediator said to me, why don't y'all kiss and make up? Swear to God. Your dad wasn't there when he said that to me. He said, why don't y'all kiss and make up?
That was your mediator? Wait. Like
I don't want to say his name, but yes.
Wait, like the judge, or because I know
he's a lawyer, but he was a mediator. We just
So you sat down with him. You're like, okay,
yeah. And he just said to me, I believe your dad was not there when he said that to me. He said, why don't y'all kiss and make up?
And you went,
well, if it were that easy, fucker,
then
don't you think we would have done that?
The judge, because of our very dear friend who's no longer with us.
I know.
And he basically, the judge literally went, are y'all who I think y'all are?
He comes out in his robes. I act like I was there. He's like,
and then he gives me a dissertation on, so there's some charge cards, and he shop at Nordstrom. And then he said shit about the high school musicals.
So my mom and dad.
It's a down home divorce.
It's a real down home divorce.
A real down home divorce.
We do things differently in the South.
Okay. My mother and father's divorce court judge, and they did not have a bad divorce.
No,
you gotta go through it.
We just agreed on everything and whatever. Okay, we didn't want to.
You figured it out amongst yourselves. It didn't.
Yeah, we didn't want to do all that mean stuff,
Right? But I was like, in South Carolina they have to be separated for 1 year, so maybe they'll work it out. I didn't think that at all. I was like, two houses.
But we're better.
Fine.
But
they still get along, people.
The
divorce, so when it was, so you had been separated for the year, you walk in, and the judge
says, "Are y'all who I think y'all are?"
So the judge was my brother's late ex-boyfriend's uncle, if that makes sense.
It totally does.
Very small town. So my brother's first boyfriend, who was one of my best friends, R.I.P. Very, very lovely, lovely kid. So they walk in and he goes, "What?
Are y'all who I think y'all are?
Are y'all who I think y'all are?"
And then he goes,
and then he gives us little anecdotes about G spending time at our house and the high school
in court, like
yes, the musicals and the the high school. I'm not going to say the names, but the high school and all the stuff that's going on over there. And
I remember our gay son, or my gay nephew and y'all's gay son.
he didn't say.
I saw them all perform in High School Musical. And that whore daughter of y'all's. So are y'all sure you can't just make up?
No. He didn't say that. The mediator said that in his office. We had
But the judge mentioned High School Musical and
the musicals at the high school and all the theater shit at the high school.
It seems odd. Like, why would he mention that?
Because his nephew went there.
No, I know, but like, it has nothing to do with you. How unprofessional. Like, yeah, you want to make us.
Would you like to make us more sad,
Sorry.
Judge?
No, it was fine. It's Mayberry here.
Like, can we just get this over with?
Do
we need to reminisce? Like,
wait, it's trying to grow up from Mayberry, okay?
What's Mayberry?
Oh, for God's sakes, never mind. Does anybody know what Mayberry is? Hi, Lila. How are you?
Lila, my mom's spirit animal, for sure.
Yay. Anyway,
what
Mayberry is Andy Griffith, okay? It's Mayberry.
That's the town they live in?
Andy Griffith and Aunt B?
I'm sorry, I never watched that. I'm 31. Do you want me to have Gino
Everybody
come over
knows
and maybe he
Everybody
might know?
knows Mayberry. You know what? And actually, Mount Pilot is really Mount Airy here in the North Carolina place.
Well,
tell me nobody knows what Mayberry is. Please get in the chat and let me know.
I'm sure no one's watching anymore. They're like, okay, the porn star's gone.
Oh,
actually, it's almost about the same. Which is no one. Mayberry. So, anyway, you're divorced. It happened it's very odd that he would bring up good times with
and my spending habits.
And also, yeah, so.
And yes, I know you like to go to Nordstrom Rack, don't you, Michaeline?
He didn't say the rack. He just said Nordstrom.
No, you like to go to Nordstrom.
Nordstrom Rack is a little cheaper.
I know, right? Who would bitch about Nordstrom Rack? Also, sir, can you just divorce us already and not remind me that, like,
I'm not going to be able to go to Nordstrom Rack anymore?
Right. Well,
I don't know. With the alimony in this state, might have to go to Nordstrom Rack from now on.
Like, are you here to give us financial advice or to reminisce about your nephew and my son, making love and being in musicals together? Or can you just like sign the paper? He's like,
well, now that we've spoken, I pronounce you divorced.
Pronounce you not man and wife anymore.
Not man and wife anymore, since you spent 1 year apart. And all Michaeline did was go to Nordstrom while she could. Anyway, sorry my nephew's gay. Sorry your son's gay, but they seem to be happy. Is that why y'all are getting a divorce?
You're like, no. Could we wrap this up now, Judge?
Y'all, who I think y'all are.
Y'all, who I think y'all are.
Oh, I'm kidding.
He must not. You know what? Maybe no one in the South gets divorced. Maybe he just doesn't know what to do anymore.
Well, of course not, because they want, can't y'all just kiss and make up.
Well, can't y'all just kiss and make
that man
up?
said that to me.
Also, yeah, you're like, should you be
and it's such a small fucking town. His wife used to come to my class.
Hi, Chris. Wait, see? Okay. Hi, Chris. Hi, everybody. Everybody go subscribe to Subdivisions. We're talking about my mother's divorce before I get
I'm
to
lost.
my
I
wedding.
came in
Yeah.
late like a kid wandering.
We're basically talking about my mother's divorce in a small town and how the
Small southern town.
small southern town. Yes.
Small
So wait, and what was the last thing you just said? Right. What you have to spend 1 year apart. Do you think do the people in the South just think like, well, maybe they'll just
maybe you're going to read your Bible and stay together.
At that point, I'm
You're
like,
going to reconcile. And maybe you need to get a reverend involved.
This seems, somebody needs to make a documentary about this. It seems wrong.
Well, have y'all spoken to y'all's reverend?
We're from Chicago. What's a reverend?
We're lazy Catholics. Thank you very much.
We're lazy Catholics.
Your Catholicism is not a good thing down here either.
Right. We get divorced in the cloak of night, and it's quick.
And we also get to drink.
And we get to drink and hide our eyes from what the priests are doing. Could we speed this up a little bit?
So what y'all are saying is, you can't just kiss and make up?
No. We're still friends. Our children are fine. Your nephew is boning our son. It's great. We all hang out together and spend every Christmas. Can you please sign the paper?
Well, all right.
That's how I.
Are y'all gonna go out to lunch after?
So what are y'all doing after this?
He didn't say that.
So do y'all have plans after this? My schedule is
really full right now.
Really not full.
I might be able to get off for a half hour.
Right.
Y'all are gonna go up to Applebee's.
Yeah. Would y'all like to go to the local Chili's with me on my lunch break? Also, all my appointments were canceled because the divorces I had, they spoke to their reverend to change their minds. So I seem to be without plans.
I mean, basically what it's like. Anyway, that's not.
There you go.
That's what it's like in South Carolina to get divorced, apparently.
Yeah, so we don't know what the Umholtz are going through, but
well,
apparently they just said, you know what, it's fucking gonna snow here. I want to get this off the books. So
yeah, in Minnesota, I mean, it was quick.
We've granted you a divorce.
Yeah, it's gonna snow, so could you get the fuck out? Thanks.
Before the freeze.
Yeah, before it freezes. Thanks.
I know it's coming on summer, but sometimes it freezes in Minnesota.
Right. Also, like I have things to do. Yeah, I mean, no one's getting divorced here. There are only 10 people. So, like, could we just move this along? So the rule in Minnesota, I guess, is, I mean, it was quick. If you don't have kids with the person, you get that shit done in like what seems to be a month
before it snows.
Before they get snowed in, but I don't know what their accents are like.
Oh, it's like Minnesota.
Minnesota. Before we get snowed in here.
That's exactly it, right there, like Fargo is.
Before
Minnesota.
we get snowed in here, I don't want you putting your wife in the wood chipper. So why don't we go ahead and sign those papers for you? Huh?
Yeah.
Aaron and April don't sound like that, but
no, I know.
No.
But
no, I know. But Minnesota, so it happens quick.
Minnesota.
They didn't have kids together. Aaron and April Imholt, they didn't have kids together. Still haven't heard from April, but Aaron contacted us and also said it on his show. She finally signed the papers. A very swift divorce. So they are officially divorced. So Aaron has been on his show. talking about, he was on his show the other night, and I was walking to the local, where was I walking? I was walking to Target. I was going to get Gino ice cream. I was just walking. I might have stopped by Iggy's. And I was listening to Aaron's program where he was talking about his life and what have you. And if you don't know Aaron and April and what's been going on with them, with the Ricada situation, go back a few episodes of mine, or just Google it, or go back at any episode of Aaron of the Steel Toe Morning Show. Basically, they got into a situation with another couple where they swapped wives, and then some people became addicted to drugs. Everybody but Aaron was arrested. But Aaron had chosen to get out before that. That's the long and short of it. But he had filed for divorce before they were arrested, So he was on his show the other day, Michaeline, and I was listening to it, and he was talking to his buddy, and he said, I'm going to start calling, so I don't, instead of saying, swinging life and like boozing and drugs and whatever, I'm just going to start calling it disco. He was like, so he would say, he said it 100 times. So when April and I were doing disco with the Ricadas, and I don't know where he pulled that out of his mind. He's like, back in my disco days 6 months ago, back in my disco days, couldn't stop saying it. Do you guys want to know the only thing I have a wedding planner. The only thing I requested at my wedding, I had a premonition. I just wanted to decorate the place with disco balls. That's it. I want them on the ceiling, on the tables. It's not a disco themed wedding. I just wanted disco balls. I called him into his show and I'm like, can you stop? Aaron's in the wedding. Aaron's a groomsman. I'm like, can you stop saying disco? As if you just being at the wedding in general with all of your foibles and your media fire, okay? April still have no idea if she's going to be a bridesmaid. She hasn't, gotten back to me.
I would tend to say no.
Probably not. But I don't know. That remains to be seen.
So you have an extra groomsman now, right?
Not an extra, you mean an extra bridesmaid?
No, groomsman.
We moved one.
I know, but I'm being funny.
Well, it doesn't really matter the people,
sorry, my ex-wife can't be in it, but I still want to.
Oh, well, we were never going to kick Aaron out. Well, wait, yeah.
I just
wanted never the plan to be
I
like,
just wanted to point I just wanted to point that out. Sorry,
he's
Aaron.
So sick. Oh my God. Yeah, we were just going to be like, well, April.
I'm sorry. I'm getting even with him for saying I'm no Stancil.
Exactly.
Fuck
Did he
you.
say that?
Yes. I see what you're doing. Michaeline.
Well, you know what?
I'm being kind to him. He thinks I'm coming on to him.
You know what? He knows not what he does.
Disco with all the disco balls.
Well, wait, hold up. But just to be clear, we invited Aaron, before we knew any of this was going on, we invited Aaron and April to be a groomsman and a bridesmaid in our wedding.
And it really wasn't a very good, obviously he didn't think it was a very good asking of him to be a groomsman.
It wasn't because Gino fucking wrote him
hang out with me.
It was horrible. You go back and watch that. Actually, I went back and watched it the other night, but when I watch it back, I'm like, oh my God, this is actually really sad because it was that's neither here nor there. I'll talk about that later. But yeah, basically I sent April this whole they were married at the time. So I sent April, my bridesmaid who's married to Aaron, who is Gino's groomsman. I sent April this little thing with a bracelet in it and it's engraved, can't get me. Yeah, like that. looks like exactly like that. It says, couldn't say I do without you. And like little cute, like little sundries, a Kiki coin, a 3D one. Like that. Cute stuff. They opened it on the air. And I'm like, you have to send Aaron something. Like, I can't just send this to April. And I wrote her a note. I'm like, would you do me the honor of being my bridesmaid? I'm like, but we can't just, he's like, no, I'll just call him. I said, we can't you won't even call him. And then this is going to show up and he's going to think, he's like, okay, I know the perfect solution. I'll take a postcard with my headshot on it.
It's like classic Gino. His headshot from 20 years ago, right?
20 years ago. He just had it laying around. I'll show you. I have a visual aid if you want one.
Literally, yeah. I haven't known Gino for long, but I know that what classic Gino is. This. Show me up close. Let me send out this comprehensive
I said
picture of me.
Yep. He's like, this'll work. I got thousands of them.
Is comprehensive a right word for that?
I don't know.
Siri, define comprehensive.
Look at his hairy chest and his untied paisley tie. Look at him.
You'll need to
Look at him. I would never have made Courtney said I have one of those. You know, I sent them out. I started sending them out with the Kiki coins. We have so many because nobody wanted them when he was this age. They're funny. They're like a cool relic. So,
I mean, did Aaron even know that was his picture?
Yes.
Holy kidding.
Oh wait, Kiki. No, and then when I sent them to like McGuinevere, I drew all over Gino's face, like to make him right. Exactly. Who are you texting? Who is it?
I think I'm looking up the definition of comprehensive.
Oh, okay.
Complete, including all or nearly all elements of aspects of something. A comprehensive list of sources.
It's not an appropriate thing to send, probably. Not comprehensive probably wouldn't be the word, but appropriate.
It's a joke.
Oh. I don't think he thought it was a joke. He's like, this will be perfect. Are you waiting for me to talk or are you done looking at that?
I was looking at the definitions because I like to know that the words I'm using are correct.
Could you maybe do that after the...
No.
Now that we know them. I'll just sit here with my dick in my hand. Will you give yourself an English lesson?
You don't have a dick.
What do you know of me and my identical twin sister, Dylan Mulvaney? You don't know, do you? You?
No.
I digress. This literally takes so long. All right. Buckle in. I'll try and make this quick. So Gino. Yeah, but you know what? We could get a lot further if you weren't looking up every word you said. So that and then, oh, now she's checking her hair.
I wasn't liking it. Okay, go ahead.
Gino sends.
Does he have a scarf around that jacket? Show it to me.
Like I said, while you were looking up definitions of words, it's an untied tie to say that
can I see
cool, and it's paisley.
Can I see it again? Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
I like it.
He unties his tie after his set, right?
I like it.
All right, pay attention because we're gonna get off track here. So we send them the I send April this cute little box. I send her this like little note. I could probably find this actually for some context if you would like to see. Hang on really quickly. I know exactly where it is. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, 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 bing. Bop, beep, boop, beep, 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 marchy, 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 march. This made me sad watching it, actually, but that's okay.
What did?
What I'm about to show you, it's kind of funny, I guess, since we're talking about it. Just stick with me. Hang on.
Are you reading notes out of your notebook?
Am I writing them?
No, reading them. Can you do that later?
Michaeline, I'm looking for the clip that I wrote down where it is in my notebook.
Oh, thank you for explaining that.
Why don't you look up some more words? Go ahead.
The word of the day.
Look up what
asshole means.
Look up what I don't know. Look up how to get divorced from your parents, please. I just want to know. For no reason. It's really nothing. Hang on. I'm looking. Dun, 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 dun. What are we doing? Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum.
Can I go get a jacket?
Go ahead, yes.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Sorry, this is hard for me to find. It looks different. Stick with me, kids. Oh. Why is this so difficult for me to find? Hang on, kids. I apologize. I'm sorry. I have to give Michaeline some context because she needs like major visual aids. Not in a weird way.
I don't need context.
I feel to keep you entertained and maybe them as well.
Okay. I get the context.
I just had it here somewhere. Aha, there we go. Okay. Sorry, kids. Give me 1 second. Leslie. Oh yeah, look, guys. Sorry, I didn't prepare. Oh, what you doing? I couldn't see you. There we go.
I don't even look at the kids, and I go, "So, what was in the mail?" Let's give anyone that line. If anyone knows that line and what movie it's from, I walked into my home. It's dark. It's candlelit.
Okay. And Robert, if you fuck with
I don't
me,
even look up
Robert,
on my things, and I go, "So
shut
what
up!
was in the mail?"
Shut the fuck up!
Can I say something quick?
Plankton got it. Atta boy, The Patriot. Nice. Have you ever seen The Patriot?
Just snippets of
you and I have to watch The Patriot. If you want a fucking America movie, fucking
Quiet.
Patriot. Got maybe
I like to see them sparring there a little.
1200s, I think.
Okay.
Around that time.
This is when they
Bobby
open
says
the
they're
mail
never gonna
from
tell us what was in the mail. Yeah, will you stop getting lost?
Robert, you
Yeah.
fucking
Had
come
a
at me
slight
one more
panic
time.
attack
This is
because
going
there's
great or
people
go to
here.
sleep, Kiki.
A couple of them at least. They're like, "Ooh, April's pregnant." I'm
You
like, no,
fucking
So-
we're
don't.
not doing that.
Keanu C. Thompson says Signs is the best Mel Gibson movie.
Never seen that either. I should, though.
Keanu, I love you, and I've never said a terse word to you ever. But that's a fucking bullshit take.
Fuck me.
And I'm being nice.
This makes me
Somebody said We Were Soldiers. I've never seen We Were Soldiers, so I can't judge. I probably should.
He just produced The Passion of the Christ, right? He wasn't in that.
He just
Yeah,
directed
that's what I
it.
thought.
Yeah, he directed it.
Or whatever.
Fat Santa is Mel Gibson's best work. It's The Fat Man, not Fat Santa. But yes, that's a good movie, not his best. Geese Artel, April really needs to put a bra on. She wants to be
Why?
like Keanu. She wants to show off her
Hold on,
nips.
though. Tell me
That
why.
is
and
not true.
I'll hear you out. Why would I have to put a bra on? Look at me.
I see no reason.
Are they
to
in a
put
bad
bra on.
position?
I see no reason.
I think they're fine.
Mel taking out that whole squad of lobster backs with his kids is good fucking shit. Yeah, my favorite part of that is when he goes, ah, and then goes and hides again.
SH says, "What women want." Best Mel Gibson movie.
Keanu says, my dad did the explosions in The Patriot. He did a great fucking job.
Damn.
The one where they blow up that wagon full of munitions.
I got
solid.
I think I got to see this.
Keanu says, fuck boob prisons.
I know. I just got done
Agreed.
saying this to my friend today. I'm like, depending on the shirt or the
With
situation,
myself.
people I'm around, I would way rather never wear a bra.
Some people say bras is gay.
They're fine, but it
Make it go.
saves me money then.
Yeah, it's nice.
I don't know.
All right,
April,
go ahead and make
Yeah,
your
Jesus
announcement.
Christ.
So what was in the Victor, if you're listening to the members only show, if you could get me Mel Gibson, so what was in the mail from The Patriot, I'd be forever in your debt.
Ready?
Okay,
I'm
what happened?
gonna-
April, you
I'm
take
gonna
the
see
stick.
if
April, you take the stick.
What the fuck? Let me talk.
April, go ahead. You're up.
I'm gonna see if they can read this.
This is on
So
you.
let me just say, I don't know if
Stock.
I don't know if you can tell they aren't getting along very well at this time.
Well, sure, I can tell, and she seems a little wired, and that's fine. Whatever.
I didn't notice that either until I watched it back. Yeah, it's actually.
But he doesn't let her talk.
Yeah. We had no idea what was going on and in the midst of all of this. So yeah, she doesn't seem
herself.
Quite herself.
Because she's really beautiful and really nice
and lovely, yeah, but probably we'll call it she's enjoying disco probably right here. Maybe they, yeah. So anyway, there you go.
Boxing that has the address on it.
Can you read it?
Why don't you just read it to them?
Can you read it?
Like, what if they're only listening? They're not watching.
I got a note in this package in the mail, right?
Do you want to kiss?
Yeah, it actually says, should we kiss?
Mhm.
It says, dearest April, I would be honored if you would stand up for our wedding.
I'm so
Heart,
sweet, aren't
your
I?
Girlfriend.
You are.
No, she was saying
Oh,
but what she meant by that was when people talk shit about their marriage on the internet, she wants you to stand up for them. That says
I wonder what that meant.
Kiki.
Yeah. Right? It's different handwriting too, isn't it?
Lamar.
Okay, too.
I don't know. I
Kiki
wrote in
Lamo.
cursive.
Anyways,
whatever.
Yes. Keanu asked me to be one of her bridesmaids, and I'm just beside
Yay!
myself. Honestly, she sent me the cutest things. So I'm assuming these are hair ties. It says, "Will you be my bridesmaid and help me tie the knot?" It's absolutely precious and adorable. That sweet ass note, of course. She sent me
And yeah,
one
I mean,
Kiki
come
coin
on.
with her
Listen
on
to
one
the
side
fucking
and Gina on the
mom,
other.
When I
It's hard
watch
to
this back, the fucking sniffling is like insane.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry that she's falling apart here.
Oh, I know. It kills me. Yeah, I know. Well, this was meant to be. It wasn't meant to be get into this, but
No, it was meant to show what you.
Yeah,
you said.
and it'll get there. But yeah, it's I had a rough time watching this back too, but still love her. Hope she calls me soon.
See, but it says
Wait, I didn't see the Gino one.
It says issued by Visconti Bank and
Yes.
It doesn't say trust. It says Tust.
Dun, dun, dun,
Making
dun,
cries.
dun, dun.
Are your eyes getting wet? Are your eyes?
Cute little thing that says, "Will you be my bridesmaid?" And this beautiful bracelet in here. I already called her. I called her right away. I'm beside myself. I'm so happy for them. I'm very excited to head to a state I've never been to this year. Just celebrate these guys. So I'm trying really hard not to cry on.
She says, "Look on
air. I don't want to.
Keanu's saying, "Look on the inside of the bracelet." What does the inside of the bracelet say?
Oh, look! It says, "I couldn't say I do without you."
Hey. Oh man.
Are you crying?
You know
Are you
what
making
about
me
this,
cry?
Mickey? I guess
Are
I'll
your
just talk
eyes
about
getting
it
wet?
since we have it up.
Yeah,
there.
we're here.
When I watched this back, I was like, oh fuck. How do you not notice what the fuck is going on? Yeah. Am I wrong?
No. You're exactly right.
Yeah. Sad. Yeah. Wild. But they made it funny, I guess. Yeah. It's just in the circumstances.
Yeah, but he was very upset because Gino didn't send him anything.
That's what will
my bracelet, because I have
what
to
I
talk
sent you
about
one of
me.
those too.
My bracelet has these two little hearts on it, and it says, "Always my mother, forever my best friend," which I wear every single day, every single day.
You cried too when you saw it.
I know, it's so beautiful.
It's
the best.
I know, isn't that
I do
cute?
wear it all the time. I do. I no matter what I have on, I wear this.
They're so cute, little engraved bracelets.
Remember I thought I lost it.
No.
I did. I thought I lost it. And then you were going to get me another one. But then I had the painter Jose come here and paint the inside of my house. And he pulled out my refrigerator.
That sounded untoward.
No, he painted my house and I was his fantasy. And then he pulled out my refrigerator and he found the bracelet.
What? I'm not sure I understand. He painted your house. You made him pull out your refrigerator, and
I did make him pull out my refrigerator. I bought him some Modelo's, okay, and then he texted me and said, "Mrs. Mickey, please don't get mad, but you are my fantasy."
Oh wait, no, that was real.
Well,
you know what,
Pablo, if I'm your fantasy,
you know what? I don't think a few Modelo's like warrant.
Wait. He painted your house.
The inside of my house.
Do you understand what it sounds like when you say that now?
No.
He painted. If you think of it like Samantha saying it. He painted the inside of my house. The outside? No, the inside. Then he pulled out my refrigerator, found my bracelet, gave me a call the next day. I said, "Thank you, Pablo." He said, "You are my fantasy." What the fuck are you talking about? You gave a worker at your home.
A year ago, he painted the inside of my house. He was a nice little.
Just say painted my house. Stop saying he painted the inside of my house.
Because I just had painters, and that guy's name was Jose, and his crew painted the outside of my house recently.
Oh no! At the same time?
No. What the fuck? Do you remember?
Did you consent to them painting the inside and the outside of your house at the same time?
No. What is wrong with you? The first Jose painted the lower level of my house. The same color it's always been.
Well, thank God, or you might have to go get a test for something. Anyway, I didn't realize you were so close with the men that painted your The
I'm
bottom
not.
half of your house, the outside of your house,
He's
the
just
inside.
a little painter guy, okay? I'm just saying, okay? And then
And you
out
go
of
to
the
Modelo's
blue,
and you move the fridge and to find
and
your
found my
bracelet.
bracelet. I didn't ask him to move the fridge, but he did and painted back there and cleaned underneath my refrigerator.
And then at what point did he tell you that you were his fantasy?
Like after all the painting was done, and then
in person?
No, on text message.
Oh my
I
god.
probably still have it.
That's okay. Don't look for it.
No, I would never, and I never answered him back.
Let's call him.
No, and then after, and literally, he was just here. I mean, it was just his part-time job, and whatever. Anyway, so
Yeah, this is like
it was
a romance
like
novel.
Early on a Sunday morning, he texted me that I was his fantasy, and I never texted him back.
So wait. So after the fact, you're like, "Thank you, great job, blah blah blah," and then he texted you that you were his fantasy.
Yeah.
And you said nothing.
No, I said nothing.
You're like, "Well, that's inappropriate."
Why?
All right.
Why is it inappropriate?
Mom, that's inappropriate. But
what? Oh, he's inappropriate, not me.
No, it's inappropriate for you not to text the worker back that's trying to fuck you.
It is?
No, I'm being sarcastic.
So then I didn't want to tell anybody about it because I didn't want to tell the people who recommended him because I didn't want to get him in trouble or ruin his reputation.
As long as he didn't touch you, he might have just been.
No, he was just a little 50-year-old man. He was a little guy. He was nice, okay? I bought him some.
So younger than Gino.
I don't know. Maybe he was the same age. I don't know. I'm older than everybody. I don't know.
Was it Gino?
I can't judge. Then I did tell the people who recommended him like a couple months later, and then they said, "We know exactly what you're going to say because he sent my daughter dick pics." Okay.
Wait. Go back. He sent me dick pics?
Their daughter. Dick pics.
Oh, the people that recommended him. The painter.
Because I said I don't want to say anything because I don't want to ruin his reputation. I don't want.
Well, he
and I know
seems to have ruined it himself. So then,
anyway. So yeah.
So then you
and then
heard
said,
from the people that recommended
said, "Oh my
him.
God, does your daughter still have the dick pics?"
So people come, your neighbors or whomever, your friends come up, they're like,
remember that painter that we recommended to you? We are so sorry. Did he do anything inappropriate? Because
I never got any dick
pics. Came home and
I never got any dick
sent her dick pics. Can you believe it?
Michael's like, nothing like that ever happened to me.
I never got any dick pics. I'm just his fantasy. I've really never been anybody's fantasy before.
Well, then maybe that means that maybe had you responded,
I would have got some dick pics, maybe in person.
This is a very bizarre story. I don't know how we got here, and
because he found my bracelet that Kiki bought me.
Oh, right, exactly. And I got April the same one engraved with something different, and she was getting.
See how one thing leads to another.
Mm-hmm. And that's how we do here. Okay, we're gonna bring it back. Okay,
pull it back in.
Not back in, just around. Tie it all up. So, I can't believe, number one, you've never told me that story.
I believe I have, Keanu. You just forgot it.
Well, you have a lot of crazy stories.
Rocco said you can never have this man paint your house again.
I'd be like, I will tell everyone on earth that you told me I was your fantasy if you do not paint my house for free.
He barely understood English. How is he gonna understand that?
There's Google Translate. I'd be like,
he could barely text out that I was his fantasy. He could barely text out.
Go like this.
I know you sent my neighbor's daughter dick pics. And I am your fantasy. So unless you paint my house every year for free, and I will give you free Modelos, I will let the HOA know.
And then you just type that into Google Translate into Spanish, and he'll get it. And then he would say,
Sí.
I wouldn't do that either. You don't blackmail, but
No, I don't want to hurt his feelings or
hurt his feelings.
Whatever. Not hurt his feelings. Not hurt his feelings. I didn't want to destroy his reputation. That's all. Okay.
Right. You weren't. You just want to.
And he's married. Obviously, he's married. Okay, he's married. So he texts me like at 7 a.m. on a Sunday morning. His wife's probably getting ready to go to church.
Courtney never forgets anything. Thank you, Keanu, for this week. Was amazing. It just made me laugh. You know what that is. Anyway.
No, what is it?
Remember that? Oh my God. Remember when we were in Acapulco and then Diego and whatever left me and Shelly a note at the desk? And they had very broken English. And at the end of the note, it said, I mean, you could barely read it. And
Courtney, you remember everything. You're so cute.
And then I kept it in my wallet because it was so hilarious. You could barely read it. And it was like, thank you, Keanu, for this week. Was amazing. And I thought it was broken English. But then our friend Andy read it and she was like, maybe it's like this.
Thank you, Keanu, for this week. Was amazing.
Oh, for this week was amazing. Like old English.
In old English, yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Back to what we're talking about now that we've gone off the rails. But that's what I'm not going to apologize. Don't come at me. I'm sorry. We'll get back to this now. This is when we proposed to Aaron and April to be our groomsmen and bridesmaid. Looking back, it is a bit sad. But it gets funny when this gets brought up. So we'll continue on. Ready, Michaeline?
Yes.
Here we go.
Wet? Are your eyes making wet?
I'm glad she said that on air so I didn't waste that moment off air, of course, but holy shit, look at it.
I couldn't say I do without you.
I know. Well,
she's just the sweetest.
I might have to say I do without you if you don't answer my text or phone calls.
All the good times we could have had.
Oh, Keanu's crying now. I'm sorry. This is...
Oh,
I'm really excited that it says this in here.
I can't remember the rest of the Mr. Deeds line. It makes me sad.
Oh my God.
All the good times we could have had. Because we'll be at the Pearly Gates, Uncle Preston. I'll bring the beers. I'll bring the beers. Then if I could, for a moment, because I know people are watching, they're going, that's so sweet. That's so nice.
It really is.
Keanu sent April some lovely gifts.
Yeah.
And asked if she would be a bridesmaid at her wedding. That is so fun.
And again, if you're just tuning in, this is what I bitched at Gino about so many times. I said, we're asking the both of them. I'm sending April this. You need to send him something. I know maybe it's gay or something, but you need to write him a nice note. We can't just, or ask him before. Gino goes, no, I know just what to do. I'll send him this. I am like, I didn't ask you how or tell you how to ask any of the other groomsmen. But these two lived together. They did before the divorce. And we need to send them in the same. So just write him a note. Send him I don't give a fuck. You don't have to send him a present. But if you choose to use this, maybe write something on it that makes it clear. I'm asking you to be a groomsman in my wedding. April seemed to get the hint with all the will you be my bridesmaid? Da 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 da. Wrote a note. Aaron didn't get the same treatment, so.
And people are probably going, this is awkward. Aaron's been left out. This is really strange.
What if they did leave you out?
There's nothing for Aaron. This is well, guess what?
And she's like,
Nobody does pity
what if they
fucks like
left
the
you out?
Viscontis. And
I know. She's like, what if they left you out?
She's got her own joke going there.
I know. And he goes, this is awkward. What if they left you out? He was like, well, guess what? I got this.
No.
Look,
I can't wait to see it.
it's horrible.
I got this in the mail. It's just a picture of Gino Visconti. That's it. So that was nice.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
It says, April, please see enclosed.
It says, first of all, it says April. Please see enclosed.
You know what? And in Gino's defense, he thinks everybody knows how his mind works.
That is what I get on him for all the time. I'm like, sometimes
He thinks
like-
everybody gets it.
I'm like, no. You have to explain where you're going. April, please see enclosed. You gotta you gotta give some context. Like your brain works in such a way, and somehow
It gets lost
I'm
in
mentally
translation.
ill too, and I know him. I can kind of move with him.
Yeah,
But
it gets
sometimes
lost in
people-
translation.
Right. Sometimes it'll be like, we're talking about nesting dolls, right? He'll be on a rant about nesting dolls, and somehow he'll be like, but then the vaccine, and then somehow bring
And
it
I
back
hate
to
that those nesting
dolls.
dolls had to get that fucking vaccine because now they got COVID anyway.
Exactly. And do you know that nesting dolls weren't overweight until the vaccine? And the vaccine was pushed in Russia. But anyway, thank God that the nesting doll, I'm like, it would be like, and people are like, yeah, but sometimes you gotta like really explain to people. He's like, no, this'll play. This'll work. And it just gets worse. So just buckle in, everyone.
I did. And I accept.
Aaron, as
God.
long as April is in the wedding. Okay. I mean, as long as our dress, this is like when the Bucks got Brady, and they were like, well, I guess we have to bring Gronk. This is like when a promotion would sign Hulk Hogan, and like now I'm Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Like
Yeah. So, hey, Aaron.
As long as April is in the wedding.
So I sent him to Compound that day with April's little gift, and I said, if this is what you decide to send him, this is what you're going to send him, I guess. Correct? Okay. Take a pen, write a nice heartfelt note on it saying, will you be my groomsman? ... He goes, I'll take care of it. Perfect. So he's at the post office, drunk as fuck, because of course, after Compound, he's like, oh yeah, I have to go to the post office. And he decides to come up with, hey buddy, as long as April's in the wedding, like, do I mean nothing to you?
Okay, finish it. Let's see it.
Do I mean nothing to you? What an evil way to groomsmen propose.
I just kind of come with.
Right. Look, I'm involved, so you have to come by like default.
April was their Hogan, and I'm Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Aaron, as long as April is in the wedding, hang by me in my party too, and complete our usual foursome. Please. Love, Gino.
It was maybe the best thing to come home to.
And I'm so insecure that when Von Kaiser says, Aaron, you're Virgil. Oh no, I didn't want to be Virgil.
Oh my goodness.
When I saw as long as April is in the wedding, hang by me in my party too and complete our usual foursome. I was asking April, I was like, does he mean like I'm not in the party? I'm just gonna hang by him?
No,
Like when
remember
when my butt.
I get it. That's classic Gino, okay? That's his way of saying,
Right. If he said it on the phone, it would have made sense.
Yeah.
But written on a card. So actually, in summation, it's probably my fault. Because I'm like, I guess you just
That
gotta
you
ask
need to
people on
take
the
care of
phone,
the
yeah.
writing correspondence from now on.
Well, the only reason we did that this way is because I'm like, they live together. If I we wanted them both in the wedding. Want them both in the wedding. One is, the other, I guess, undecided. But like, I can't send April a package with all of this stuff and you not do anything. But leave it up to a man to make it so vague. Before this, April called me and she was like, so Aaron's kind of confused if, are you frozen, Mickey? Oh my God. Or are you just, oh, did she freeze? Hang on. We'll get her back in here. She froze. She'll be back. Aaron was sort of, April did call me and was like, Aaron's sort of confused because this doesn't make, is he in the wedding? I'm like, oh my God, did he not make that clear? She was like, just making sure before we say it. I'm like, yes. It was just a shitty way to, let's see. She'll be back. We'll remove her and bring her back. Yes, she'll be back. It was just a very silly way to ask. And watching this back is not actually very fun for me, because given the circumstances, but good times. And everything will be okay.
Buddy got married and you got to hang out with the wedding party with the girls and kind of help out, be like an attendant, if you will. I thought he was saying that, like, you can hang by me if you want. Like, I'm not going to have me in my fucking party, but, you know. You can hang by me. But no, he did in fact mean that.
There he is.
Hold on, Gino.
I clarified with
Gino,
Keanu.
do me a favor. Call back in 2 minutes. I got to hook the phone up to the board.
Oh, their chat's being really mean.
It wouldn't be me if I didn't have.
Okay. So that was that. That was what it was. We, the gambit's out on whether, I don't know. If you know us or know anything, tune into Steel Toe Morning Show tomorrow. I'm the co-host on Thursdays, and I haven't heard from April in a while, but obviously, as I've said it before, she's still obviously invited to. I hope she would want to stand up for my wedding, but I have not heard from her. So, and Aaron obviously is going to. But yeah, Gino is like a weirdo and thought that would be hilarious, but he was very vague. Very vague indeed. Very vague. As you know. Michaeline will be back. She's probably charging her iPad. Last thing I wanted to get to, and that was leading into it, but you know what? Michaeline gets me off the rails every once in a while. But Aaron, in a very funny and not intentional way, ruined the theme of my wedding, my upcoming nuptials. Can you imagine? Leave it up to Aaron Imholt. Hey, hang on. Here's Michaeline.
Hi.
Hi, Mommy. You're on the air, so don't say anything untoward. But yes. Do you need me to send you the link again?
Yeah. Is yours still going well?
Yes.
Did I just get gone?
I just put you out so that you could I'm sorry. I put you out so you could just go and click on the email again.
Okay, why did you put me out?
So because you were frozen with your arms like up in the air, putting your jacket on. I thought it would help. You didn't do anything wrong.
I'm gonna sign off, and I was just worried about you because I thought maybe whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna sign off completely, and then I'm gonna try to weave myself back in. Okay.
Just open the email again and come on back in.
It won't go. I tried. So I'm gonna shut down my computer, and then I'll get back on.
That'll work. That sounds
Give
good.
me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye.
That's what happens. I mean, we are still on, I suppose. Correct? Yes. This is what happens here. God, you guys remember Joslyn Jane? That was so much fun. Here's the thing with Aaron and April, right? Nothing sassy or untoward. We're not going to talk about anything sad or what have you. But Aaron, our good friend Aaron, groomsman in our wedding, found a way on his program to ruin my wedding already. He didn't even mean to do it. He didn't even know how he did it. Do you want to know why? I'll tell you why. He has decided to call his lifestyle that he had been living for a while disco. He just came up with it on his show. Just came up with it. Just out of the blue. I never told him anything about the decor of my wedding. Nothing. He just
disco
kept saying
with all the disco balls.
He's like, when I was living that disco life. So instead of saying, the swinging and the alleged, drug stuff, and he got out and before all of the arrests and everything and So he starts calling it disco. I want to tell you, I'm not a picky woman. I'm not a woman that has ever imagined her wedding before. But I had a premonition in the middle of the night. And all I wanted, I picked out my venue. I knew nothing of what I wanted. I wanted bridesmaids' dresses that are this color. I know the venue. And I know that I wanted disco balls. I wanted just an inordinate amount of disco balls. And I knew this long ago. I didn't tell anyone. Aaron just has to find a way to just ruin it by calling his salacious, untoward behavior disco. And he'll be at the wedding. I can't uninvite him. It's already going to be a spectacle enough. But every time the more he says it on his program. Oh, there she is.
Hi, my internet's fucked up. I'm on my
Oh,
cell.
no, it's okay.
I don't know why. It's just
Missy B, mommy, it's Missy.
Hello, how are you?
You remember Missy?
Yes, of course.
Yes. So I was saying, he found a way to somehow in his brain ruin my decor of my wedding. Calling all that salacious behavior over and over and over on his program disco. I called in and I said, could you stop saying disco, please? Mom, look, and just to prove to you, this is me the other night when my best friend Nick, we were talking about my wedding and we were at the gay club. This is far before Aaron started calling his nefarious behavior disco. He did me the favor of stealing a disco ball off of the ceiling for me.
Nick did?
Nick
Heitman did?
Yes, because I was talking about how much I was excited about the fucking disco ball.
I love
in our house.
So
I know. Look at it. Look at it. Look. Took it right there.
Oh my God, I love it.
There we are. We had a great day.
That's wonderful.
We had a great night at the gay club. He jumped up. We stood on the bench. He jumped up. He said, I know you want disco balls at your wedding. I'm going to get this for you. He said, this will hang over you. Gino didn't come out with us. He woke up at 4 a.m. I came home drunk with that. And he hung it up for us. And we kissed under it like mistletoe.
Oh,
that's how much I wanted disco balls.
That's so fun. That's so cute. Look at Nick. Look at you guys. So cute. Is that a hot dog or a beef sandwich or what?
He's having a hot dog. Yes.
That looks really good.
My God, I'm still like kicking myself for not getting one. That's right down by like McDougal Street where.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
God. That looks really good.
Kiki, uninvite everyone and have your wedding in Italy. won't be there to witness. At this point, maybe I will, because I've completely resigned myself to the fact that it's just going to be a giant joke. No one's going to pay attention to me at all. It's just going to be a big fucking farce. We may as well invite stuttering fucking John. That's what we should do. I don't know. Italy. Good
The
idea.
invites didn't go out yet.
Michaeline has that power. That's true. Save the date for nothing.
Over here.
So Aaron on his show, everyone knows the salacious activities and everything that's been going on. So he decides on his program to start calling it disco. And let me just show you just so you guys know. This is the last email that I got from my wedding planner. What's that say, Michaeline?
Disco ball lighting and cafe lighting.
So this isn't a joke. She was looking into the disco balls for me. My entire Pinterest board filled with disco balls. And now every single guest that is there who knows us will unequivocally, because of Aaron, be looking at the disco balls and be thinking of swinging mugshots, neglected
John
children.
Travolta.
Yeah,
John Travolta.
No, I wish they would think of John Travolta, but no, because he calls his fucking swinging day.
I know.
Disco.
Why would he call that disco?
I don't know. It's not like I would ever speak with Aaron about my theme of my wedding. I wanted jewel tones, disco.
Why doesn't he just call it fucko?
I tried to come up with something else that he could call it, but the damage has been done.
Yeah,
everyone there will think the same thing. Am I right?
I'm not sure.
What's that?
I'm not sure they can all think the same thing.
They will. Everyone knows what's going on. Wait, hang on. Stop screen. Hang on. So, I won't show you any more disco balls. 56. Ding, ding, ding. Bing, bing, bing. I called into his show twice. This is the second time I called in. I'll show it to you. This is the second time. Oh, no, this is the time he called me after I asked him, please stop saying disco.
About your wedding, we were discussing your wedding, and I was just thinking, you know how I'm kind of in a form of recovery.
Oh my God.
Healthy behavior.
Oh my God.
Behavior, now commonly known as disco. And your wedding.
He's in recovery. Okay.
He's in recovery.
Are you sure that I'm going to be able to handle such a thing? Are you worried the wedding could send me into a relapse of bad behavior?
He's teasing, but because I called in and started screaming, I'm like, stop saying disco. I'll show you later. But yes, go ahead. What were you going to say, Michaeline?
Nothing. It's only going to be derogatory, so I won't say it.
Go ahead. He doesn't mind.
No, it's all right.
I'm shocked and appalled that you're doing this to me right now.
I'm kidding.
I think you'll be just fucking fine. There's going to be some sparkly orbs on the tables and maybe some hanging from the ceiling. Is that okay? It's not going to be a Saturday night fucking fever themed wedding, okay? It's not John Travolta or anything like that, and no one will be swinging. I forbid it.
Okay. Well,
is that okay?
That's remarkably.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's remarkably helpful. I'm also going a little overboard. I've decided that your wedding weekend will be I'm going to turn it into my full-blown annual vacation instead of just coming to your wedding. I
heard you.
Of course,
because
everything's
I know. He finds a way.
Everything's about him.
He finds a way. to make my wedding about
I'm
him.
gonna have a vacation.
I know, and he's like, well, maybe, Gino, we could do The Bachelor. Listen to what I say. So he was saying before that, so then he calls me. I'll show you when I called him in the show before that, when the whole disco thing wouldn't stop. But he calls me, and then, because I heard them, I continued listening, and he's like, I'm going to make it maybe my vacation. Let's see if Gino wants to come down for the bachelor party or something. Like he's planning it. And also, a week before the wedding, don't you think we might be a little bit busy?
No, everything's
No,
I'm formulating my words.
I know, exactly.
I love it. That sounds great. You'll be doing it alone. Leave it to you. Leave it to you to try and plan the bachelor party and ask us to come down a week before.
I love
Aaron,
that. I love that.
You must realize we might be a little bit busy.
That's what
Exactly. That's what he does.
Yeah, he does.
He ruined it. He ruined it. He's just teasing. He had no idea.
Oh, quit backsliding about him, okay?
Leave him alone. He's going to hang by us at the wedding.
He's no Jim Stansel.
He'll be there too. Want to know what the other farce is? Gino sent Jim Stansel and Matt Mead one save the date. As if they were
a couple.
And thought that would be fine. We go, I don't know how you don't expect them to be like, we're just friends, man. Like, what? Wait. I have an address too. Like, we're not together. I don't even know if they were getting along at that point. Weddings are a fucking farce. They're a farce. And you know what? People should be nice to the bride. No one's been nice to me. Everyone's been nice to me. I'm becoming
Don't
a bride.
backslide. Say what you mean what you say.
No, I have no problem with Aaron. He didn't mean to call his fucking swinging and whatever the fuck they were doing disco. But of course, it's not Murphy's Law. It's Kiki's Law.
I'm sorry if those disco balls are there. The light and the shining shit, it might make him have a flashback to what's been happening. So.
Yeah, maybe. Now that he's decided to call it disco. Missy, can you read me a bedtime story? Here it is, Missy. Here it's called Gino. Once upon a time, there was a man named Gino. And he was brash and an ass. And he had no idea how to not be loud and annoying. But Gino had friends, and Gino asked his friends in a very untoward way to stand up for his wedding, which may never happen because weddings are a farce and ridiculous. But he loved his bride, Kiki. And they will live happily ever after.
I knew you were going to say that.
Once they cancel their nuptials and move to Reno.
You can move to Reno?
I don't know. Rio?
Reno, Nevada?
I have no idea.
I would say
I've never even been to Reno. It's the best I could do. I'm not great at improv.
Rio would be good. Rio would be better. Rio de Janeiro.
How am I to fall asleep to this? You can't. I'm worse than Gino.
You might have some nightmares there.
Yeah, I know.
Good night, Missy. Missy B. Gino is weird. Weddings are awful. Bing, 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 Keanu cast.
Was that soothing?
No.
I'm scared to close my eyes. She
No. Yeah, she probably is.
Oh. One more clip and I'll show you how this thing started, and then I'm gonna show you my fucking Pinterest board so you guys know that this unequivocally is not a fucking joke. It's really not. It's really rude of of Aaron. And catch me tomorrow on Steel Toe Morning Show, 7 a.m. I should have sent him the link, but I didn't. Because he has to be up early, as do I, to do his show. Let's say. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. Da, 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 da. Which one is it? Different. Nope. Buzzy buzz. Bye. I'll find it. Don't worry, Michaeline. Why don't you twirl or something?
Oh, God. It's too late for me to twirl, for God's sake.
Oh, my God. Please.
Can I just sit here and relax?
Mm-hmm.
We're amongst friends.
Don't you worry.
How many friends are we amongst right now?
Plenty.
How many? 20?
No.
Plenty?
1,000.
Oh, 5,000.
Yeah, 5,000.
Yeah, good.
Hang on. No. You're probably exhausted because...
Me?
You're probably exhausted because you... because you kept me up so late last night. That's probably why.
I did not. My God.
Yes, you did.
And then I tried to sleep in because today's my day off completely, and I can never sleep in. I just have to get up, and the cat's looking at me like, "Feed me, you sucker."
That's what that fucking cat does. She'll go with the.
He's just looking. He's just like, yeah, he's looking at me. Feed me. He doesn't even like his fucking fancy feast food anymore. I don't even know what to do.
You love him.
He's very strange lately.
What do you mean he's strange?
He's strange. He's just strange. I feel like he's a little depressed or something. I don't know.
Well, why do you think?
I think he wants another cat buddy, but I can't do that. Although, when I put real cats like meowing or cats talking on the television, he huddles back. He's like,
yeah, that's why you always have the fucking the cat TV on.
I put the birds on because he likes them better, but other cats, he's like,
why can I never find this?
He's afraid. He's afraid of other cats. But
that's okay.
I feel like he's depressed and he doesn't like me, but he's always by me. Always.
Yeah, I mean, he's a sweet cat. I can pick him up. He's always by you, and he runs around. He's adorable.
He is. He's very nice.
One last thing. I should have prepared better. I apologize.
It's all right. It's all right. We're just hanging out. It's like, it's all right.
My wedding is ruined.
It's not.
Yes, it is. Bing, 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 bing.
I vote for Italy.
I agree. That was a great idea, Missy, if you're still here. I mean, honestly, let's just go to Italy. But no, I said, let's go to Cancun and get married. No, we need our families there. I wanted a wedding of 60 people. Our friends, Kevin and Molly, looked at us like, okay. That's what you say now. You know what? I'm so like vain. I'm like, everyone will come. People are probably gonna be like, we don't really care to. I'm down like a bridesmaid, probably. I don't know. I'm gonna have to. What do you think about that? I was talking to Chrissy and Frank about this. I have to fucking say something to her where I'm like, I don't know. I know you're going through a lot, but I care about you. But I have to figure out if you're actually gonna.
Abso-fucking-lutely not. She knows you want her there. You do not have to seek this out. You do not.
Am I supposed to just let her show up and be a bridesmaid, or
she's not gonna show up. She's not gonna show up. She doesn't even talk to you or contact you. This is out of your softball court. You don't need to do that. No, she's made it perfectly clear. Why do you have to be the facilitator of her finally calling you and saying, "Oh yes, oh no, don't want to do it"? You don't have to contact her. That's done.
You have to be up early too. I was just trying to show the first time you started to say disco, Aaron. I'm behind the chat. Mickey wants me to be playing toy. Go to bed, Aaron. This isn't any fancy disco time.
Disco with all the disco balls.
No, I don't know. I don't know because I don't know what's
You know
going
what?
to
He's
happen.
pretty funny.
He's funny. She wants me. She's playing coy.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay. Stancil Aaron.
I don't know. Do you like tall and disco, or do you like short and an emotionally stunted idiot? I don't know. Do you like swinging or somebody that was celibate unintentionally for
How old
6
are these
years?
two men? How old are these two men? I feel like
I don't know. Aaron's 37,
I feel like fucking,
I think.
Yeah, I feel like fucking ancient. So I'm not only their mother, their mommy, I'm their grandmommy. Okay?
My fucking wedding is going to be just one big joke. It is. And I intended it to be that, but on my own terms. But now it's out of my hands. The wedding is a joke, and it's just it's out of my hands.
It's taken on a fucking life of its own. And
it's taken on a life of its fucking own. I just wanted a few disco balls and to dance to, why don't you dance with me? By the B-52s with Dad. It'd be a silly joke. Now what's happened? A runaway rogue bridesmaid. Haven't heard from in
don't fucking even
month.
Consider. She's done. You don't
I have
need
to send her one last text and see if she.
Whatever. You do what you want.
I've tried to call her. I don't know, but
don't fucking call her again. You already did your due diligence. That's it.
Courtney knows everything. Jesus Christ. Okay, they're both 37. So do you want short, tan, tattooed? Maybe a bit is willing to piss in a bag, or do you want 37?
The point
nerdy
is,
Minnesota, tall but
I don't
funny.
get I don't get the choice. They do. Fuck that. I'm not delusional. Okay.
They get the choice. So you'd allow those two clowns?
Neither.
Okay. Maybe if you melded them into
or
one,
maybe together.
Let them fuck each other.
How about this? On the dance floor, let's make a Mickey sandwich.
Oh, well, thank God it's disco themed. Thank you, Aaron.
Disco with all the disco balls.
Oh, fuck. 37. Seriously.
I have no idea what to
grow
do.
the fuck up, you two.
Yeah, grow up.
This is
one
fun.
works at the soccer ball store. One loves disco balls.
Let
me try and find this one last thing. I'm sorry, I didn't do enough show prep. I really do apologize. What was Monday? Monday was bing 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 bing.
Another manic Monday.
There's another manic Monday. Sunday.
Or how about Monday?
Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. Okay.
We have a caller. Hang on. I wonder who
God,
it could be.
thanks for calling us.
Thank you for calling Keanu Cast. How may I direct your call, Disco King?
So I'm listening in, and I'm trying to go to sleep. And I'm hearing this.
Well, we're so sorry to have interrupted your slumber. Did you ever interrupt anything in your life, like ruining a wedding with your foibles, or?
I'm a flawed individual. What can I tell you? Maybe you're perfect, but I make mistakes. I'm human. If you shoot me, do I not bleed?
You're right. I'm not altogether sure, Aaron. I'm just teasing. You must know.
It's a good point. Look, I've been listening in, and I just want to say, and I'll make this quick. I'm mildly uncomfortable, and I'm not saying that I'm not going to the wedding. But I am saying that the energy Mickey's putting off feels a little predatory, and I feel like I may have to keep my distance at the wedding for my own personal safety.
You know what? That does make sense.
Yeah.
She tends to.
Yeah.
She comes off like really like strong.
Yeah.
I get
There's
it.
a lot of like, I want to say these derogatory things about Aaron, and she's like, but I'll keep it to myself. We all know what that really means. That's a weird energy. It's making me uncomfortable.
I get it.
I feel like there are going to be advances that in a state I'm going to be in, jovial, love is in the air, everything else. These are advances that maybe I would say, hey, this is inappropriate, this is disrespectful. Mm-hmm. But we all know my level of impulse control at this point.
Oh, yes. Well, I didn't know. I didn't know
so flawed.
what
It's
it was for the past
really.
6 fucking months. Now I know. So you don't have a good level of impulse control, and maybe neither does Michaeline. But why don't you just jump in and see what happens, Aaron?
I
Why don't you come hang by Mickey at the wedding?
I literally think
I understand. We're all in an elevated emotional state right now. What with me and the disco foible that I made and it ruining your wedding in that regard. But I'm telling you, you will have no problems from me if that cradle robbing mother of yours keeps her goddamn hands off my vulnerable heart.
Oh, God, you know what? You really know how to play the victim, don't you? Don't you? So now Michaeline is
I have no response.
She doesn't even know what to say. And neither do I. And we look forward to you wouldn't miss our wedding for the world. Listen, Aaron, don't piss on me and tell me it's raining, Aaron. You can't wait for our wedding. You've basically planned it.
First of all, who told you I'm into water sports? Because that was never a line I crossed.
You're ridiculous.
Sorry, I'm defensive.
It's okay. Listen, I know you're going through a lot. I'm not going through anything. I'm not getting married or anything. Not trying to plan a wedding. Not trying to make my wedding an entire joke. You didn't ruin it. Aaron, you know I'm teasing. I'll see you at 7 a.m. my time.
Let me tell you something. As someone who's been through 2 of these, and by the time you get married, I'll probably have been through 3.
Oh, God.
If you really don't want me. Aaron, you really don't want me to have, and no one will think about me if you get married before I do. Again, no one will even come to my wedding. They'll be like, this is just fucking stupid at this point.
I don't know. I never can understand why people keep getting married. It's so stupid.
And your day, I believe, is on a Sunday. Saturday's a great wedding day. And I'm just kidding.
He will be. He'll be that guy that's married 5 times, like Elizabeth Tate.
I know. It's just like, why? I tell all my
married
friends
until
why
the Google searches die down.
Mickey tells all her friends, why are you getting married?
Why are you getting married again? It's so fucking stupid.
I call back to what the judge said in South Carolina. They make you stay separated for a year. And they say this, Aaron. They go, can't y'all just kiss and make up?
Y'all just kiss and make up. No.
I would, but if I tried to kiss and make up with my last one, my lips and gums would go numb.
I don't know what that means.
Just don't get married. Date the chicks. Have some fun. Don't
Aaron,
marry them.
yes, I'm sure you won't be married before my wedding. If you are, then it will be. You know what? Yeah, you do you. I fully have resigned myself to the fact that this will be an entire joke anyway. But we are comedians. We are. We will persevere. It'll be a whole disco thing, right?
Disco with all the disco balls.
I think all jokes aside, I think your wedding is going to be fun. I think it's going to be a great time. I think the ceremony.
Not anymore. I had to cancel the cocaine bar because of you.
Oh, I'm sorry that I'm vulnerable and I'm looking out for everyone else's best interests. I don't need more people's children taken away.
I'm just teasing.
But no, it's going to be a beautiful ceremony. The reception, the ceremony will match the beauty of the bride, and the reception will match the absolute mess that the groom is.
Oh wow, that was
my
eloquent.
God.
Good for you. Oh my gosh.
A great party, and the party will match the absolute self-destructive drinking abilities of the groom, and I mean that in the best way possible.
I feel that the reception will reflect this past bizarro year, and then we'll come out from it shining, and then you will, maybe you'll find a new bride. You never know, right, Aaron?
Aaron.
Mickey wants to say something to you. I don't know if you can hear her.
Sorry, go ahead.
What's
No
that,
more
Mickey?
brides. Just date them. Sleep
She's
with them.
saying no
Have
more
fun with them.
brides. Date them. Sleep with them. No more of this.
You know what? I'm gonna try that.
Don't marry them.
I've been talking with my therapist and saying the same thing that I say to Keanu. I said I'm in love with love, and she's actually not breaking me of that, but teaching what we call positive coping skills with that emotion. So we're doing very, very well.
Good. You should be in therapy forever. The other thing is, imagine Aaron, I would leave it to Aaron. He'll be like, you guys, I have a surprise at the end of the wedding. And then he'll be like, this is my new wife. And we're going to get married right here. Welcome in. We'll be like, okay, that's fine. And you'll be like, that was cool, right, guys? It was a fun surprise. We'll be like, yeah, you know what, Aaron? That's wonderful.
And Gino jumping in front of me like a man taking a bullet. No.
Exactly. Oh, Aaron. Well, Steel Toe Morning Show tomorrow. I'll see you at 7 Eastern
I
time.
just had to call because of that flirtatious mother of yours
I
giving
know.
rise.
Such a flirt. I know.
She can't help herself. Yeah.
She's insatiable.
Yeah, she'll save you a dance at the wedding. She may get handsy, but
Oh, that's very sweet. That'll be lovely. Now, if you'll excuse me, guys, I have to go watch Saturday Night Fever and fall asleep.
you do that. That means he's gonna go jerk off. Take care, Aaron.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
Nice talking to you. Oh my God. He's funny.
Yes. Disco. No, he is.
Don't fucking get married again.
No, he'll get married. Oh, 100% he'll get married again.
It's so crazy. I
It's
just don't
chomping at the
understand it.
bit.
I just don't
Yeah.
understand it. I don't understand it.
I never thought I would get married.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
especially once you get, okay, so once you have kids, you've got your kids, there's no reason to get married again. No reason.
Well, April was his second wife.
That's what I
So,
mean. So,
yeah.
okay, so number 2, all
Just
right.
hang
1,
out, yeah.
not so good. 2, maybe. Fucking 3, are you kidding me? No way.
Maybe 8th time's the charm.
8?
8th. I don't know.
8? 8?
8th. Mhm.
Oh, gosh.
I didn't think I'd do it once, let alone 3 times. But sometimes people need people. They're the marrying kind. Well, maybe not, actually. She left me. Look what you did, Aaron. You made her uncomfortable. You did this, Aaron, not me. The truffle pig. Yes, Aaron is the truffle pig. He somehow sniffed out my wedding theme. Everyone here right now. Oh my gosh, I've been neglecting you all. Just trying to find a silly, stupid clip about how Aaron Imholt ruined my wedding with his awfulness. 118 Kiki bucks for everyone here. Want to know what else? I was wondering if you were wondering how delicious and wonderful this candle by Reed Street Soap Company smells. This is, what do we have here? Can't get the light on it. It is Michaeline's Caribbean Escape. You're on the air, Michaeline.
Hi there.
Come
I'm
on back
frozen
in
again.
if you'd like.
I will try to, but I don't know. I'll have to see if I can do it.
I'm
Okay.
closing this down anyway, eventually here. But come on in if you'd
I'll
like.
try.
Okay.
I'll try.
I
Okay,
love you.
bye.
Bye-bye. You know them, you love them. It's Reed Street Soap Company. This is their newest candle. It's Michaeline's Caribbean Escape. Promo code KikiBucks for 15% off. Get yourself a Keanu cast candle if you don't have one already. Get a Betrothed by Visconti candle. There's so many soaps and candles. You know them, you love them. It is Reed Street Soap Company, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not kidding. This new candle is to die for. Just like Michaeline and I's. What is it? Third Dominican Republic vacation that we live streamed. That will also be to die for. That's why it's inspired by that. That is Reed Street Soap Company, ladies and gentlemen. There you are.
Hello. I don't know what keeps happening.
I
I think my internet is just tired.
Like me too.
Like
And
mine
it's
too, so.
oh god, it's 3 hours and 27 minutes already. I think we explained this enough. I was gonna play one clip, but I don't even think we need to do it.
This is fine. It was fun.
More than enough. More than
It was
enough.
really fun tonight.
Let me see if I can find it really fast. No, I don't think I can. And I don't know why. Oh, I know what it is. All right, here. This is the inception of Aaron ruining my wedding. And then I'm going to sleep, and you can catch me tomorrow, 7 a.m. on the Steel Toe Morning Show. There it is. I don't know why I couldn't find this. So I have no idea why I couldn't find this. But I called in. He starts calling it disco. So I just thought I just had to tell you, Aaron, this is just really rude. It's really rude of you to do such a thing. And I don't think I was in the wrong. Do you, Michaeline? And also, I met Dylan Mulvaney this past weekend. That made me believe in God. You understand? Right?
Yeah.
Because in what world would Dylan Mulvaney be just sitting right behind me in the park, right?
And she's as nice as could be.
But yes, and lovely. Just so lovely. And we spoke about that. But then, in another moment of serendipity, just listening to all I wanted at my wedding was disco balls. All we've all been talking about is this salacious, incredible, insane story. And he decides to start calling it disco. So I had to call in. And this is what transpired, if you'd like to see.
Having fun tonight, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Crunchy cynicism with $5.
Well,
Adam Summer. That might be something. Oh.
It's Kiki. First time, long time.
Hi, Keanu. Welcome to the program. Did you want to talk about disco?
I actually am calling about disco, and this
Okay.
isn't even a joke. Could you stop saying disco, please?
You don't like it? You don't like that? Calling my old lifestyle disco?
what's wrong with that?
Well, let me tell you something.
Okay.
This is not a joke.
Uh-oh.
I just got a quote on about 1,000 disco balls to
Not a
decorate
joke.
my wedding with.
So wait,
And that's not even a joke.
so wait a minute.
So for the love of God, I don't know why you decided to start calling it disco, but the more you say it, the more I'm incensed because it's going to sully my wedding. It's going to be one huge fucking joke. So great. I'm trying to have a retro scene.
I have 100% resigned myself to the fact my wedding will be an entire joke. I'm not getting. I don't need to get rid of the disco balls. You need to get your minds out of this nonsense. That's
quite funny.
To not have disco balls. I've come this far.
jewel tone, and then have disco balls on the tables and hanging above. Could you please, for the love of God,
disco
call it
balls. Aaron
something
knows
else?
those.
Now, wait a minute,
Yeah,
Keanu. See, this would have worked so much better 2-3 weeks ago when I was a nobody instead of my viewership doubling or tripling. Should have been way better.
Aaron, you think I'm kidding? I'm not. I'm trying to install disco balls, so now it's just going to be one big bop.
I do
What?
this too. This thing. You do
Goodbye
this.
forever.
I did it to Bull and shit. But I didn't do goodbye forever. I just went.
You've done it on the stream, yeah. This doesn't work.
No, it's the 2. It's perfect. You did good.
I know. It's great.
Disco with all the disco balls.
Wild.
Very funny.
Fucking joke.
No, Keanu. I know because I've never heard you this way before. You do sound incensed, but I will say this.
I am.
I'm conflicted because I think about your guys' wedding on a regular basis.
Do
and I know it's
you?
going to be a fucking great time. And I'm going to have cigars with my buddy, and we're going to, I'm going to try and talk him out of marrying you, and it's going to be so much fun. And I'm going to have a great goddamn time. But so I do want to appease you and make you happy because it's your wedding day.
Well, thank you, Aaron.
However,
Okay, go ahead.
calling drug use and swinging disco is very funny to me.
Great.
It is. It's hilarious. I'm really glad that we had some sort of parallel psycho thought. I just wanted to decorate my wedding with disco balls. And I'm not kidding. You can go look at my Pinterest fucking board. They're all over my Pinterest board for my wedding. So I hope you're happy.
But
Name has to be changed.
But it's perfect, though. It's
Keanu.
perfect because when April shows up there to be a bridesmaid, him and April can connect back together over disco.
Yeah, I canceled the cocaine bar just in case he shows up.
I appreciate that. I'll keep my kids. Listen.
Yeah, wonderful.
No, Keanu, listen. I'm
teasing, but for real, it is disco.
I know. I listen. I'm gonna do what I can, but you know my levels.
Okay.
You know my levels of self-control.
Yeah, apparently, I didn't. Now I do.
Do you know?
Anyway,
I was saying this during the show. When I read
He
like
also won't
message
let you
boards or
leave.
comment sections, there
Right,
seems
okay.
to be a real problem other men have with the fact that I've had sex before. They're really upset by this. They're going.
Listen, I'm with them. I don't like to think about it either.
I understand, but I'm a little insulted that I'm the one that they're like, oh, dude, two women were fucking that guy. The other guy looked like fucking Vincent D'Onofrio after he got abducted by aliens in Men in Black, and I'm the one catching shit. The other one,
You're right.
The other one
You're
couldn't
right.
keep both his eyes open. Here, at least I can be an
Exactly.
attentive lover. For
Right.
God's sake.
You know what? You're both ugly in different ways. All right.
You didn't have a high bar to beat, though, Aaron.
No, I didn't. You're right.
Exactly.
You're right.
Right.
I did see you. I saw the 3.
But hey, you are a failure because of you.
Don't do that.
Aaron,
Don't do that. And also, I just want to say, when I was watching, go watch Simpcast, and of course, go subscribe to Keanu Thompson on YouTube as well. And hopeful that your friend can make an improvement, and I was very touched by that. Chrissy,
Right.
you could tell was.
Yes, then we
For
talk
me,
about
but
it.
right, and I am too nice.
I think I can feel strangers staring at me.
For the love of God.
No, you don't, because they don't show up anymore.
Yeah.
Dude. Like people I used to like talk to at my neighbor's house when we would hang out are now like, hey.
They won't look at you.
Yeah, they're like, oh, watch that guy. He's gonna fuck my wife. I'm like, dude, I'm not. It's not.
To
No.
be fair, there are only like 10, 11 people that live in Minnesota anyway.
Right.
So
I think that's about it. It was a long call, but
A silence that spoke, if that makes sense.
it is silence that speaks. Which
That's
see.
funny, Keanu.
Since I've known him the most recent, I probably know him best than anyone on the internet. All these guys who have been his friends for years are like, I know him really well.
Yeah, it's basically it. That's
Very-
how Aaron ruined my wedding with the disco ball theme.
Very fun.
I know. Peek in the pit of your day.
Everything's a peak, except I was a little sick today.
What do you mean sick?
my stomach felt really goofy. So, yeah, I don't know. Just felt goofy.
Like, did you puke?
I did.
What?
I did. It was
Are you
just
pregnant? You're going to keep it?
Of course.
Ew. Abort. Abort. I'm just kidding, guys. She's
wrong with you.
Obviously, I know she
No,
looks
my stomach
young,
was
but
just turned today. I don't know why. I was just exhausted. Maybe I drank too much wine last night. I don't know. I was just exhausted today. But I don't have a pit in my day. Everything's great.
I woke up. I was sick to my stomach this morning too.
You were?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm sick to my stomach, like in solidarity with you.
Maybe I was. I felt pukey. That's probably because I ate like some ice cream and some pretzels in the bed at 5 a.m. before I woke up.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know.
Whatever. I just feel a little run down right now. That's all.
I'm sorry. Maybe because
no, I'm fine. I'm completely fine. I had today off. Tomorrow I don't teach tomorrow. I just work 3 to 8, which is good. And then I'll teach on Friday, work on Friday. I'm working for somebody, and then I work on Saturday also this week. So that'll be fun. I don't mind. I don't mind. Really, I don't want to be at that pool all the time with all these.
No, you I forgot to say we will be streaming from at least once from South Carolina when Gino and I go down there about a week from now. Over the weekend for Father's Day.
Yeah, pretty fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun, and we have to go to the pool.
Yeah,
I'm covered in self tanner.
Of course,
I have to get a good base tan for Dominican Republic.
Of course.
Do you think there will be disco in the Dominican Republic?
Disco with all the disco balls.
You know, there is a really, really nice bar that plays really good music just a little ways down the sand, you know?
All right. Let's
pretty
do
nice.
it.
Pretty nice. So
Peak of my day was getting a box in the mail full of fresh and
nice. I love
Street Soap Company candles.
I'm gonna order those. Those are really lovely.
Oh, you have a box coming.
I do. Oh my
yes,
God.
you do.
So lovely.
This is the new.
I love how that looks.
This is the Michaeline's Caribbean Escape Candle, and
it's so
believe me,
beautiful.
I just spilled it on myself. Oh, it smells so good. Get a Keanu.
That is so nice. Really, I can't wait to see that. I can't. And that one's
Keanu cast. Get a Betrothed by Bisconti candle. The Linguini candle is coming out. I will show you this weekend the Cooking with Kiki candle.
I can't wait
to know them. You love them. It's Reed Street Soap Company, ladies and gentlemen. Promo code KikiBucks for 15% off. That was the peak of my day. The pit of my day. Also, no, I don't have any pit.
No, the peak was meeting that really, really lovely Joslyn. She's wonderful.
Everyone follow Joslyn Jane.
Was so much fun. She's so much fun.
Lainey, thank you for getting her for us. She is so much fun. So lovely. Wow, what an incredible human being.
She is. Right? She's a force to be reckoned with. Honestly, she's amazing and got a great personality, and
she does so self-confident.
I love that.
I love that.
Is key. It definitely is.
It really is. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
And then pit of my day. No, another peak of my day. If you haven't checked out me and Chrissy Mayer breaking down the recent Tiffany Henyard mayor of mayor in Illinois. I forget the town name. Go to Chrissy Mayer's YouTube channel and check that out. That was very fun and very interesting. Then tomorrow we have Nightlife. Me, Chrissy Mayer, Violet Brandani. We're breaking down Moscow in Russia.
I bet that's going to be interesting.
At least maybe the people will be prettier. So we'll see. Then tomorrow, 7 a.m., we will be I'll be Steel Toe Morning Show, where we'll probably continue on talking about a little bit of the drama and a little bit of the fun stuff in the news, And if you're not subscribed to Keanu Cast, it's just rude. Get subscribed. Okay? Go to and this weekend, me and Gino are in Staten Island performing somewhere. So go to Keanu C. Thompson on Twitter and Instagram for my comedy dates. Subscribe to Keanu Cast, become a member, and join the Discord if you want to talk to us late in the night. Okay? Michaeline, when I come there, I will get you a part of the Discord as well.
Okay, perfect. Sounds great.
What are you wearing tomorrow so I can try and match you?
I'm not on tomorrow.
No, just like in life.
In life? Tomorrow I will, tomorrow I'm just going to be in my regular exercise kind of clothing with my YMCA collared fucking shirt because I work today.
Well, after that, when you're at the wine bar, I'll FaceTime you and I'll see if.
Yeah, so tomorrow I can. Yeah, okay. So tomorrow's Thursday, right? And I am working 3 to 8 on Friday, but the wine bar is open till midnight on Fridays, so I'll probably go there after.
Okay.
I'll let you know what color I'm going to wear underneath my YMCA shirt.
I love that.
I always have under there. So.
Also, I got a boatload of clothes in the mail. They're all very cheap but very cute for Dominican Republic.
Oh, good.
Exciting.
That's good. Wonderful.
So check us out then. Yeah. We have Camelot coming on Tuesday. You're going to love him, Michaeline.
Who's Camelot?
I
will look.
You'll know. Yes, I'll send you the info. And then Amy Taylor is coming on soon. I believe the next week, and then we have another girls' night coming up. So. Lots to look forward to, everyone.
Yeah, and then we can make some phone calls to our favorite bars.
Yes, it'll be a very great.
That'll be really fun. Yep, it will.
All right, everyone. We're glad you heard us. We're glad you saw us. We're glad you felt us. You guys are the eels, hips. You're the cat's pajamas. You're the bees, knees. Kiki and Mickey out.
Good night. Love y'all.